illustrious venture with the yet to be named group. I think we're still kind of brainstorming on that, spitballing that, but we're in a situation where our group has found themselves in the city of Targos, which is about 1,000-person town, after a night of brawling with Seamus going against Titus, and in the basement of the Laskin Inn, there was an incident where the prize money and all the bet money had been absconded with, had been stolen, and the group decided to kind of go track down, see if they can get their money, and the total amount of money that was taken was about 250 gold. About 45 of that's the party members, and the rest of it's bet money and prize money. The prize money went up to like 20 gold pieces. And after tracking down a couple, kind of like following a couple of leads, you found yourself at the Arbor House, which is the antique dealer in the Burrows, which is kind of a rough part of town in Targos, the merchant district, but the kind of the lower end district. And after talking to Shane, who's the proprietor there, he agreed, after much intimidation and persuasion, more intimidation, to reach out to the local Thieves Guild to set up a meeting, to have them come and take a look at some, some idea about, to get basically a ruse to get them to come to the shop to look at some stolen property. After about half a day, this young 10-year-old girl comes in looking for her parents. She ends up taking the note that you wrote and left on the counter, and Altair and both Pecker and Altair go following her in their own way. Pecker as a bird and Altair as a super sneaky dude. And then Carter and Seamus kind of followed further back. And after like doubling back around, Altair encounters a dark shadowed cloaked fellow on the top of the rooftop. They exchange some back and forth shots at each other, and then Altair ends up following, kind of like, because Pecker was able to kind of keep an eye on the girl up until she rounded the corner into this closed off alleyway. And so Altair checked the door. It was locked. He decided he was going to wait for the rest of the group. While he was waiting, again, it took a couple of minutes for Seamus and Carter and Pecker to kind of catch up to him. He realized that there was some grooves in the flagstone at his feet, and he ended up finding that there was like a safe house, like a panic room door, and he opens it up, and there's the girl cowering, super surprised that he was even able to find that secret area. So Altair and the rest of the group, after a short exchange with her, she's like, "Let me go, otherwise there's going to be like basically hell to pay." Altair ties her up, and you just rolled that. That's a 15 with your knot tying skill, and so she's bounded at the moment. And as she goes, "Well, you really, really should let me go." And then she goes, and she kind of whistles out as these 6 shadowy figures, 20 feet up on the corners of the buildings surrounding this area, pop into view with bows drawn, beaded on the group, and the group's down in this kind of like closed off alleyway. And you hear the speaker of the group, which is the gentleman in the kind of lime green circle, yell down, "Let her go or die." And that's where we are. So it's about mid-afternoon. The weather is decent. There's hardly a breeze through this because this is kind of this is like in a very central part of the city, so there's hardly a breeze that comes through because it's blocked by the things. But it is even though it's midday, you can tell it's very cold. It's always perpetually cold here in Icewind Dale now nowadays. And so before we kind of have I guess Altair, what you're kind of like first in the group to be able to do anything. What would you like to do?
Okay. 5, 10, 15. I'm gonna step out sort of in the middle here.
Okay.
And smoke bomb. 20-foot.
Smoke bomb.
Yeah. I guess it's centered. So.
I said it's centered on you, yeah.
All right, and I did read the description that you sent. So basically, anyone in the smoke bomb is basically under a blinded condition, and so you have basically disadvantage hitting anybody, and people have supposedly advantage hitting you, but also I read further down the thing that looking into the smoke area, you have disadvantage.
Yeah, so the advantage and disadvantage cancel out, but the idea here is we are completely concealed now.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, I'll consider that your action, and you've only done about 10 feet of movement. What else would you like to do?
Gentlemen, follow me to the door, and I'll kind of start clicking so that they have a sound to follow.
Okay. All right. Why don't you roll a and not even at disadvantage, because I mean you were in the alleyway for a couple minutes. Why don't you kind of give me a kind of like a survival check?
Nat 20-25.
Oh, that's good. The DC was only 10. You were able, just through rote memory, you're like, okay, it's about maybe 10 feet, a little slightly off to the left, and you were like, I mean, you practically walked right to it and were able to grab the door handle with me, but it is locked. It is locked.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'll sit there and start, like clicking my fingers or something so that these guys have something to follow.
Okay. Okay. Okay, that being the case, the first group of rogues are going to, they're basically just going to fire blindly, so that would be this. So I'll do the ones that are within the smoke area first. And that's, let me expand this out so I can see it. So yeah, there's there's two that are in group one that are in the smoke area. And so they're just going to randomly, based upon your, whatever position they saw you before the smoke bomb hit, they're just going to kind of guesstimate on where they're going to go ahead and fire. So let's see, there's 4 of you. One is, so one's Altair. Let me write this down. 2 is Seamus. 3 is Becker. And 4 is Carter. All right. 2. So he's going to take a shot at Seamus with disadvantage with the bow. And 16's 19 or 16, 16. So 21 to 10.
21 does hit.
Okay. And let me just pull up. I thought I had their stats there, but yep, I put it in the too organized.
Hey, what was the total amount of gold that we wagered on Seamus for that we paid out.
45.
And what was the prize for winning the fight? 20 gold?
That's correct.
So, okay.
All right.
Okay. So that would be 75. Okay. I just needed a number.
So it's going to be 8 points of piercing damage.
Ouch. Okay, dokie.
The second one is going to go for Seamus again. Number 2 again. And I don't think a 7's going to hit you.
I hope not.
And then the one on the outside. That's too far. The one in the orange ring is going to take a shot at number 3, which is Pecker. Again, at disadvantage. And 6 plus, it's going to be an 11. I don't think that's going to hit you.
Nope, that misses.
Okay. And now it is Pecker. So it's going to be Altair, Pecker, Seamus, Carter. Right. 25, 17, 14, 11.
I am going to run over to where I hear the clicking of the fingers.
Okay. Okay, go ahead and roll a survival check for me. Kind of have your, and you've only been in the alleyway for like a minute, and then all this kind of happened, so.
Wouldn't that still be perception since he's following a sound?
Yeah, I guess that would be perception, sure.
Okay, well, 14 plus 17.
Yeah, that DC's 10, so no problem. You were able to make that no problem, and you were able to get over to where Altair is. So that's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You moved like 20 feet. 20 feet.
All right, that means I still got quite a bit of movement left. And then as my action, I'm going to cast Bark Skin.
Okay.
That bumps your AC to 18, correct?
It does.
Gotcha. All right.
Can it your movement, your action, anything else?
No, I don't have any. No, I'm good. That
Okay.
is all for me.
All right. The second group, group 2, there's one in the smoke with the light blue ring. It's going to take a kind of a wild shot at Seamus, and I don't think 9's going to hit you.
Nope.
And then the two group 2s outside the smoke ring one's gonna take a shot at Altair at disadvantage. That is a 13, so 18 to hit.
Which one is shooting at me?
The one with the light orange ring to the side here.
The one north of
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
To say, because this one can't even see me, I'm sure. I mean, it would
Right.
have no way to shoot at me, but okay. Yeah, an 18 will hit.
4 points of piercing damage.
Oh shit, Altair, you only got 15 hit points right now.
Yep.
Oh shit.
After that.
All right, so that being the case, because Becker and Altair are out of line of sight, it'd be 1, 2, Carter, 3, 4, Seamus. Got Seamus' number today for some reason. That is going to be a nat 1, and he
He
actually
just shot the girl.
What's that?
He just shot the girl.
Yeah, he actually ended up dropping his bow, and it clangs to the. You can hear it clang. You hear this plunk, and you hear it clank to the 20 feet below onto the flagstaff, into the alley. That being the case, Seamus, it is your turn.
Okay. Well, seeing what I saw, feeling the arrows whizzing by me, I'm going to move to where I saw her last.
Okay.
She's bound, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm going to sling her up over my shoulder.
Okay.
I guess that's a grapple attempt.
Well, she's bounded. I mean, even when I imagined, it wasn't just bounded like hands and feet. She is restrained at the moment. So for you to pick her, and she's only like 100 pounds on a rainy day. So I mean, she's struggling against the restraints, but she won't really be able to fight you off.
Okay.
Having you pick her up. So I'll just count that as your action as you heaved her over your shoulder.
I heave her up over my shoulder and I yell through the smoke, 75 gold pieces will fix all of this. It was a good little job you pulled, but we've done been through too much and we're too tired and too damn broke not to get me money. I know this little ass is worth 75 gold to you.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check for me.
All right, nicely with me today. 16, okay, that's gonna be, hold on, am I proficient? I am not, it's still, that's gonna be an 18 on my persuasion check.
All right. Very good. You don't hear anything at the moment, but you feel like you projected it out that everyone heard you in the area. So.
I let it boom. Oh,
Yeah.
can I use the rest of my movement to slip into this little cubby with her?
Yeah, of course. Mm-hmm.
That's what I wanted, because I've been getting shot at. So
Yeah.
I have her up over my shoulder, and I'm taking, what is that, half cover, being inside that little box there?
That's
I mean, they're 20 feet up on the roof. One guy's lost his bow. I would say that if you, I would say 3/4 cover because.
Okay, that's even better.
Yeah, because you have to understand that this is a small, almost like a 5 foot, 10 foot area, and the door is slightly ajar anyway, so it doesn't swing all the way. It's basically, this is like a panic room. It's like,
Yeah. It's like a little box.
Yeah, it's a little box. I mean, there's a satch. Well, you wouldn't know that because smoke, the fog actually
Right.
round corners, and you wouldn't be able to see that. But you got your hand, you got this girl over your shoulder, and you've kind of crawled into this area. So, yeah, 3/4 cover.
Okay, I'll take the cup. Thank you. All right, that's my turn, man. I'll get a hold of her. She's worth something. So I got her grabbed up.
Okay.
And then I said what I said. Y'all pulled a nice little lick, but we want our fucking money that's owed to our money. That's why I said the price, 75 gold. You know what I'm saying? I know they took much more than that. I just want what's ours.
Right. And anything else?
That's my turn, bud.
Okay. So, and last but not least, Carter. Carter rolled a 14, so he's going to so he's able to hear the clicking and clacking of Altair near the door. He's actually going to, because I guess he saw what shape Altair was before the smoke bomb was dropped. He's going to go up to Altair and cast a Cure Wounds.
You can't. You're effectively blind inside the smoke.
So he can touch you.
Has to be able
You
to
did-
see. Look at the spell.
That's a touch spell.
I believe it's a target you can see, though.
Okay. Cure wounds. A creature you touch regains a number of hit points equal
Boom.
to
Okay, cool.
Doesn't have any. It's a touch, one action, instantaneous.
Yeah.
Yours have like 259. I think you're thinking maybe of healing word.
Yeah, you do have to see for healing word.
Yeah.
This is a touch spell.
That's
So,
what
yeah,
first thing I said. I was like, it's a touch spell. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so how many hit points?
How many total are you down? How many total is Altair down?
He's got 15 out of 33, so more than half.
Okay. Okay, let's see here. Let's cast it at level 2. And that's 2d8. 7 plus 3 is 10 plus my spell modifier. Spell modifier is 4. So that's 14 plus on the life cleric. So like that's 2.
Another plus two.
Yeah.
16
So that's going to be what's that?
So 16 total.
16 total. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Nice.
Level 2 cure wounds. And as a bonus action, I don't think I'm going to waste this. You know, I'm kind of reading the room here. As naive as Carter could be, sometimes he's kind of like. It seems like everyone's kind of, getting a position here. I think I'm going to save my. So think about this: if you cast a Lesser Restoration within a fog bank, it wouldn't really cure the blindness aspect, even though you're under a blinded condition. Is that right?
Correct.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, that you're under the blinded condition, but you aren't technically blind. Your vision is just being obscured, so that would not. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's that.
That being the case, I will stay right where I'm at then. And so it's the top of the round, round 2. And that is,
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and unlock this door.
you're going to do what to the door?
I'm gonna unlock it.
Okay, go ahead and roll a sleight of hand.
That's a 19.
No problem. 15 was the DC. So after a few seconds, it actually clicks. You can hear an audible click. And what would you like to do?
I'm gonna open the door and go inside.
Okay. Yeah. So as you go inside, it's dark. There's no light source inside. And I will get you a map here shortly. So, once you go inside, there's no one inside. You're out of line of sight of the 6 rogues outside. What would you like to do once you get inside? The room is about a 20-foot by 20-foot kind of like atrium area. And it's dilapidated. It doesn't look like someone's lived in this house for a very long time.
I'm gonna look for a torch.
Okay. Go ahead, just roll an
light
invest.
source, I guess.
Yeah. So I mean, there's a candlestick, like a candelabra on a nightstand nearby. You can light that if you want.
Yeah, okay, I'll light that.
Okay. And anything else? That's your action. And I mean, how far into the room? Again, it's a 20-foot by 20-foot kind of atrium. How far into the room do you want to move?
Basically just inside enough to be inside.
Okay. Maybe like 10 feet in. I'll put you in the center of the room. So, all right. It's the rogue's turn, and so go ahead and roll a perception check, Seamus.
The jokers.
A lot going on here. You're clicking and clacking and picking.
Two 16s in a row today. That ain't shabby. Let me see. That's going to be a 19 for my perception.
Yeah. So what you hear is almost like a bag full of coinage dropping from 20 feet, hitting the flagstaff, hitting the pavement below the rooftop building.
Okay, with that roll, do I know where? I got a solid idea where.
You got a pretty good idea that it is still. It's in the smoke area, but it's like right around this area.
Okay. I want to yell out. Is that what I'm taking it is?
He says, "You guys are a bunch of government lapdogs. I can't believe you're catering to the magistrate of this town. You guys are despicable. Can't you think about the poor, starving people of this town before preying on them? Take your blood money, you dog."
I'm gonna say, we are the poor, starving people. The hell are you talking about? You took our cold that I earned. We just want our money. Dad, maybe snap a couple cultist necks and I run into them.
He goes, "You should have taken a look at the company that you keep when you're fighting the other night.
The company we keep.
Those bloodsuckers are bleeding the town dry, leaving the poor to starve in the street, and even the owner of that inn has turned away those that were freezing to death, only for us to find them in the street the next day. So be careful of the company you keep. Enjoy your blood money, dog."
Woof, woof. All right, is it my turn?
It is still your turn. Now, I would just consider that just kind of a free action right there, that small exchange.
All right, I'm going to walk with her on my shoulder over to where I think I heard that money.
As you get to right about there, you can feel her struggling against the restraints.
Yeah.
And you feel her loosening the restraints that she was bounded by.
I just tell her, be easy, lass. Don't make me squeeze you. And if I step or kick the bag of gold, I'll pick it up.
It only takes a second or two to kind of like throw it out with your feet. Pretty much step right on it. With that 16 perception check, you can pretty much you got a general area. It's kind of like when you wake up in the middle of the night, you got to go use the bathroom, and you're walking through your bedroom, but it's pitch black. But you know that there's like a object on the floor somewhere that like you left your shoes on the floor. So
yeah, it's always a fucking shoe. It is.
Yeah, either a shoe or a Lego. It's
all right. Well, if I locate the sack of gold,
yeah,
I'll set the girl down on her feet.
Yeah. The second you set her down, you can hear her run.
I was gonna tell her. I was going to tell her something before I put her down.
She's still bad.
Okay.
But I'm going to let her run. But what I want to tell, like, as I'm putting her down, like, I'm not sure who your boys thinking we are. But we ain't from this town. And I'm going to set her down and let her run off.
Yeah, she bolts. I mean, and she's, as Altair knows, she's pretty spry. So, when not bounded. So yeah, she bolts.
And hopefully they don't take a bunch of pop shots on me because I was using her as a human shield a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, the second you heard the click, like the clanking of the, I'm sorry, not the clanking, but the money bag hit the thing. No other shots rang out.
Is it 75 gold or is it the full 250?
So, you're blinded.
Oh yeah, I guess it's kind of hard to tell. I mean, I could just, you pick up a sack of coins.
Yeah. Well, it feels more than 50, but not. It's definitely not the 250 for sure.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, because if they gave me more than what we earned, I wouldn't. That would take some huddling up and talking with the boys about. I also yell out through the smoke. Everyone else okay? You lads all right?
Yeah. So how long does the fog last? There's no breeze.
2 more
through
rounds.
this. 2 more rounds. Okay. Yeah. All right.
All right, I got the money.
Yeah.
That's my turn. That was my movement too, 5, 10. Yeah, because I moved in 5, 10, 10, 20. Yep, I'm right where I'm at.
Yeah. I do apologize. Pecker should have gone before you. But that's kind of near here. Pecker, what would you like to do now?
And I'm hunkered down. All I'm going to do, they shot at me. I ran away and kind of got that bark skin on me and kind of just like went into the fetal position.
He's up here in this corner, ducked down as he can be.
Yeah. Okay. Right. I'd even, and if they did, again, it doesn't seem like they're taking any, once you heard that kind of click-clacking of the coin bag hitting the flags up, you didn't hear any shots being rung out. And if anything, you might go and roll a perception check for it.
Who, me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Give me 1 second. Oh, that's an 8 plus 3, 11.
Yeah, it's awfully foggy in this area.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna kind of like and then what I'll do is I'll have Carter just follow Altair into the thing. Now the smoke, the fog, I guess, would, when the door opens, would kind of like waft into the room. Is that right?
I suppose, yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll just count it as like half the room is filled with like this fog. So you and I kind of emerge out of it, and you've already lit the candlestick, and I kind of pop out next to you, and I'll cast another Cure Wounds on you. I'll do this at level 1. So.
He's only 2 hit points down, dude.
Oh, is he? Okay. All right. Well, then I'll hold.
I was like, before you burn a spell slot, I should let you know he's pretty well healed after that.
Okay.
That first heal.
All right. So after about like, I'm gonna kind of fast track this because I know we got a lot to get through today. We got a hard stop. So after a couple rounds, the smoke dissipates, and Seamus and Pecker are left in the alleyway alone.
I'm glad to see you. Not anybody else.
Yeah, me too. And I look down and I got a little arrow sticking out of my hip.
Yeah. And, if anything, you can hear, you rolled a 16. Yeah. So over the last few minutes, you heard the kind of like a little bit of shuffling or a little bit of like scrambling on the rooftops. But that's all obviously being in the fog cloud, you can't see anything, but you could tell there was some movement up on the rooftops. And a couple of minutes, like, almost like as the fog dissipates, you can hear almost like a the whistling and someone whistling and almost like a couple of people approaching into the alleyway from the north. They're out of line of sight at the moment, but you can kind of hear like someone's kind of coming this way on the pavement.
Come on, let's go in there with them. Let's go into that room with Altier and lock the door behind us.
Yeah, that's good thinking.
Okay, you guys, at this point, you guys are out of combat. You guys could go into this abandoned house, and you can see Altier's there holding a candle, like a candelabra kind of thing, and it's got like 3 candles on it, and Carter's there, and yeah. So let me get you kind of a map here. Give me 1 second.
Friend's got her phone with
There you go.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Maps. No, that's props. Maps. And boom, that. And add that. And there. And
Not this Saturday, but the next Saturday, we're gonna have a grill out.
awesome. Nice.
all right. So the map is just to the north of the area which you guys are in. I'll just put you all up there. Yeah. Good. Yeah. And I'm not going to waterfall this, but yeah. So this will give you an idea of like the dimensions and that in place. Yeah. And I think with this, see, a torch will give 20 and 20. I think a candle gives you 10 and 10. So as far as a light, like a light source. So something like that, I think. Yep, good. All right. So
My
yeah,
bad, I was muted.
So you
That's
guys
because
come
you said that map was above us?
Yeah, right above you.
Okay, I see it now. Okay, thank you, sir.
And yeah, so what you could tell, it's very musky in here, almost like very moldy. There's some dilapidated furniture, maybe a couch and a chair, but obviously not. It doesn't look like someone's been in this room for ages, And there's a door to the north of you. Right. Yeah, there's a door to the north of you, and that's it.
Y'all thinking we should be creeping around in this place, or?
Well, let's just go through that other door and get back out onto the main road.
As fine as these guild here, but I guess not.
Are you wanting to find a Thieves Guild, friend?
Well, yeah. We we gotta get the rest of the money.
Well, I mean, I'm thinking we got our money. Is the rest of the money our problem?
I believe I took out a contract with Booker. Yes.
Oh, I'm guessing it is then, hey.
Yeah, I guess we got to get that back then, huh, guys?
Carter looks over at Seamus and goes, "What was that guy even talking to you about? I only picked up bits and pieces. Why was he so upset with you?"
Ain't really sure. Something about the company we keep. Bleeding this city dry. I thought a weird choice of words from a bunch of thieves.
Yeah. So again, I'm going to fast track this. As you guys move through the house, you could, it takes maybe a half an hour to kind of like check each of, all the rooms. And this is a 2-story house. You check all the rooms, you do your investigations. You find that this is just an abandoned house, and if this had been used at one time for like a safe house, it doesn't look like someone's used it for a very long time.
Okay.
If anything, you would think that knowing that this was abandoned, that some of the people that were having shelter issues maybe would be able to use it as at least to get out of the cold.
Yeah.
Something kind of,
Good insight on Carter's behalf. That's something Carter would actually think about.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
He thinks about the well-being of the underprivileged.
Yeah.
So just kind of keep that in mind as far as like where it's on the map within the boroughs and in
Okay.
relationship to the Arbor House. You could use it as a base of operations yourself. You could, you can do whatever you wish, but this is a fairly good sized house. And other than the interior, the exterior is still in pretty good standing. It's good stonework. It's only the inside that you see. There's, the furniture's kind of rotted away. There's a musky smell. What would you like to do now?
Well, keeping that in mind, I think we should go back to Shane's shop
Okay.
and leave another note on the counter with with directions, or you know what I'm saying, or maybe the note just says, "There's plenty of room here." And talking about this warehouse here.
Okay.
You know
So
what
you
I'm
want to
saying? I want to keep dialogue up with this thieves guild some kind of way, and I've come to the conclusion that they find us a hell of a lot easier than we find them. And
So so what are you gonna say? Like, so you get back to the shop. Shane is still there. He goes, "Well, that was. I'm surprised to see you back here so quickly. How did it go?"
it went well.
You guys bolted out of here. One minute you were there, and I turned around and looked back, and you guys were gone.
Well, yeah, that little girl's fast.
He goes, "What little girl?"
Exactly. And then that's why I want to go ahead and ask him to write that note.
Okay. And what would you like to say in the note?
I want the note to say, "There's plenty of room here for those that need to get out the cold. Woof, woof, the dog."
Okay. Yeah. And you leave the note, and Shane says, I'll keep an eye out. And is there any way I can contact you, let you know that they received it, or what's the best way I can get a hold of you?
Well, where are we staying right now? The Luskin. Are we staying in the Luskin Inn?
You were comped tonight just because of the inconvenience of having the money stolen, but you don't have a room there at the moment. I mean, you could go back and get a room. It's like one gold piece a night.
I look at the crew and I'm like, well, fellas, what we need to be doing now? 'Cause I'm kind of like out of game. I'm like directionally kind of lost on what we should do at this moment.
Okay. Well, there's a number of I guess things you could do. You could
Well,
You
I
could
need
go
to head
visit-
towards Kelvin's barn to get some crawler.
yeah, right. Yeah, that's a task that Altair has. That's was given to him by Shane.
Oh,
You could wait. You could wait to see if there's any reply to the note, and see if they're willing to rendezvous with you at the abandoned house in the Burrows. You could go back and report to Booker and Owen about your interaction with the Thieves Guild, and or you can inquire around the Burrows as to what their impressions are of the Thieves Guild, or you could get maybe some rumors and and eavesdrop on some conversations here in the Burrows. What would you like to do?
I'm good with all of that. So if anyone else has any suggestions, I'm just hanging out with my boys right now. So
Okay. Yeah. So
but
Shane,
yeah, I wanted that note there because it kind of struck a nerve to me when it's like the people freezing in the cold. I thought about like the half elf that helped us out back in Brennan and how that was, and I don't.
and the kids you found frozen.
Yeah, man. So it kind of struck a nerve. That's why I wanted to leave that note. Like, man, if y'all are worried about a shelter, look, there's a spot right here under your nose.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
And Shane,
like I said, I want
You let Shane know too. I mean, he's
to.
he's
Definitely.
Not a paragon of the he's not a paragon of the community.
We'll break down to Shane like where we chased the little girl to, and how Altair located her in that little fucking panic room.
Yeah.
And right across the way there from that panic room is an old abandoned. It's stone cold empty. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what, Shane actually kind of perks up when you say that, because he's like, you wouldn't believe the hardship, especially the folks here in the Burrows have endured. There's a merchant class here in Targos that kind of watch out for each other, and they kind of take care of each other, and but there's a distinct difference between those here in the Burrows and those that are merchants in the like the higher end district, where like the Laskin Inn is, and that whole district is like more like silk merchants and ivory merchants and higher end product. Here it's like buying a bundle of firewood and maybe a bag of coal. Those are the vendors that you see in this area.
Gotcha. Okay. But yeah, I just want to interact with Shane because he obviously deals with these guys a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that little gesture is just like we might not be what y'all think we are. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. And
But I definitely wanted my money back because I'm tired of being poor.
right. Yeah. And if you look in the thing, you've got your 75 gold pieces. So.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and I guess is that all our money combined?
I believe that's all your money combined. Yeah.
That was all of it combined.
All right. I guess we'll split it up then. I don't know how that splits, but just for like out of record keeping later.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and split it however many which ways it splits.
So as you guys are like working out your next plan and kind of like trying to figure out where you want to go, this little old lady comes into the shop and she hands Seamus a note.
Oh, what's this? I'll take a look at it and kind of look at her and open the note.
Yeah. Says, I think that, and it's from a guy called Lillian, and he says, I see you've got your money back, and we've got our Sarah back. I think that you may not know who you're working for. I'll meet you at the abandoned house at noon at 4:00 this afternoon, and I can give you a little bit more insight about the type of people that you're dealing with.
All right, I hand the note over to, I guess, Altier's closest to me.
Yeah.
And then I tell him, looks like you get to find the Thieves Guild after all.
Okay. It's the 18 apiece with 3 left over.
Since I won the fight, I'll take the 3. 21 gold. I did the heavy lifting on that money making, so I'll take the 3 extra gold as a tip.
Okay. It's about 1:00 in the afternoon.
Actually, how much would a bundle of wood or some coal to help warm that house up cost? How much wood and coal can I get with 3 gold?
Enough to last a week, easily.
All right. When we split up all the money and there's 3 left over, I'm gonna go put it down on Shane's counter and tell him coal and wood. We got a place to warm up.
Because for this much money, I'll even be able to stock the pantry.
He said, well, you helped us when we were needing help, whether you wanted to or not. You still helped us.
Well, I'm here, think kindly on me when you require any type of, information, or if you require a particular product that may be hard to find in any other district, think of me. And also, if you happen to find anything out in the wilds that you want to get rid of, like I said, I'll give you a fair price for fair product.
Sounds fair.
Okay. Fair is fair. All right. And so you have enough time. You've got like 3 hours before the meeting at the abandoned house with with the Thieves Guild. And so, I mean, if you want a short rest, or if you want to you want to go back, I mean, it'll take you about maybe a half an hour to get back to the Lancashire Inn. If you want to check in with them, you could spend the next couple hours just kind of gathering like intel from the boroughs.
I think that's the best bet, because we kind of know like Booker and I can't remember the innkeeper's name. We kind of know who they are, that we think we know who they are.
Mm-hmm.
And this Thieves Guild got like, they just made it a point to say, hey, we think you need to know about what's really going on.
Yeah.
So I think that's maybe we'll walk around the boroughs with our newfound fortune, maybe stock up on some supplies if we need any.
Yeah.
Little, I'm sure I could, well, I don't need crossbow bolts anymore, but, Altier probably needs to get some arrows.
I've still got.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can again, like we're under time constraint. We can flashpoint and say that's what we did. Just kind of
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, and
got to feel the Targos a little bit better. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, and also, I mean, yeah. So, I mean, as you kind of like even like walk through the streets, you can hear the grumbling of people. Like, I had to basically eat book bindings last night. We were so we haven't eaten in 3 days. You're hearing like the grumbling of people in the street. Like, this is a really downtrodden area of the city where they've almost been forgotten about. You can see in the look of you can see in the faces the look of almost desperation. It's almost like they've been abandoned themselves as much as that building, like you found. They feel like, they feel like the government has, discarded them. You've gotten the impression that not many people in this area like the government, like the magistrate of the town at all. They think that he's basically profiting off the poor, and just recently with the new kind of reemergence of the fishing industry, just in the last week, most of you guys taking care of the lake mountains.
Irritated skin. And then look, you really like this one.
A little bit of an uptick within the economy within the more prevalent districts.
And they're
but that
really
has
pretty. They're white. But you can wear it. It's like for no makeup gal. They just want to blush.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, we
the
can
poor
fast.
are really poor.
Yeah, there's I haven't eaten all day, and I wonder where my next meal is going to come from. This is the boroughs area which you're in. It's like for someone to go 3 days without food is not uncommon. I mean, the only
I'd like to go 3 hours without food.
the only reason that Shane even had any food within within the shop is that he deals with ill-gotten gain, and so he's got a little bit of money. But as you've talked to him, you can actually pick up on just in casual conversations with Sean. I'm not Sean, but Shane, that he actually cares about the community, and he actually donates money to the underprivileged. He has found that the Thieves Guild has also donated food, or like if they have additional resources, they've been trying to distribute that throughout the boroughs area.
See, so they're not the cutthroat slice your neck Thieves Guild. They're the Robin Hoods of this community. Is kind of what I'm picking up there. Like, normally you think Thieves Guild, well, at least Shane is there. You think Thieves Guild, no good, low down, dirty. That's his. Like, maybe our first impressions of each other, like our group and the group, the Thieves Guild, were both a little off. They're definitely not rolling with the cultists, because cultists don't feed people.
Mm-mm.
So that's my mental note right there. Like, well, if they're worried about people not freezing to death and eating, they're definitely not rolling with the who I'm looking for. So Yeah, that's okay. Okay, I'm seeing something good coming out of this.
So, I guess to be about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and you guys want to head back to the abandoned house?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I mean, again, I mean, if there's you can stay at the shop till then, or you can go to the abandoned house at 4. Because I mean, it's been requested that.
Well, let's have Shane gather up that wood and coal and everything that I just paid for.
Yeah. Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, for
And,
3 months, you got a whole cart of like coal, food, firewood. Not a lot of firewood because I mean it's
Yeah, it's Icewind Dale, but we got some coal and stuff. Yeah, dude, I'm just, I guess it would take, some time to gather all those materials, especially a whole cart full.
yeah.
And then we'll walk that cart back down to that abandoned house, man.
Okay, all right. Yeah, by the time you get everything, once you got all those resources on the cart and you're able to get it across the Burroughs area, it's about 4 o'clock, and the door that you had picked earlier is still unlocked. So do you guys want to go into the house, or you want to wait outside?
Man, let's go in, dude.
Okay. Yeah. So once you get inside, there's already some candles kind of lit in the atrium in which you first came into, and there's one of the there's a kind of like one of the members of the Thieves Guild waiting for you in the atrium, and he kind of like with a candle ushers you into one of the main rooms.
All right, before he ushers us in, I'm going to tell him, like just outside the door here is a whole cart of wood, coal, lamp oil, enough to keep this place warm for a little while.
All right, and he goes, well, that's really interesting. So, yeah. So yeah, you go into like a kind of like one of the less cluttered rooms in the back of the house, and you see that there's 3 members of the Thieves Guild there, but 2 of them are in like black cloaked, very typical thieves garb, and there's one of them with a little bit of a lighter colored tan color. He seems to be like the leader of this small group here, and he welcomes you in and kind of like, let's just, there's a table with some chairs, and so basically kind of sitting at like a bit of a long table with chairs and candles, and there's a water jug and water mugs around the table, and so he kind of like issues you to sit down. And he goes, "Well, I appreciate you coming in to meet with me. I think that I think you've been deceived."
Yeah. I'm gonna bring up.
Well, there seems to be a lot of deceiving going around in this town.
Yeah, I saw you guys at the fight. And by the way, he looks at Seamus and goes, "Seamus, I thought you were going to be able to take Titus, and if I was a betting man, I would have put money on your fight."
Yeah, appreciate it. I would've.
Well, we didn't, because we kind of knew where all that money was going and what it was going to be used for. So, we, I don't know. What's that?
Yeah, it was going to go to us.
Well, it was going to be taken out of the food, the mouths of the poor here in the Burroughs. That's what it was being taken out of, because that money is, you
People
know,
gave their money of their own volition. You have
Yeah.
no right to steal it.
that the people that were giving that money stole the money from this area. If you looked at the people you were rubbing elbows with, they were from the upper merchant area, the upper merchant district. They stole that money from this area. They have bled these people dry. They cut
How so?
corners. They come in here and they basically will, use them as
What,
slave
set
labor.
prices?
And what's that?
What, set prices? To what
Yeah,
they
it set
think
prices
they need
so
to make
high that no
profit?
one can afford any housing. They can't afford food. They can't afford basic health care. They can't afford anything other than, hopefully they don't starve till the next day, and that maybe the next day there might be a chance of having a breadcrumb. These people that you were, and the amount of money, that 250 gold pieces, that amount of money is actually being filtered into the government. So whatever winnings were going to be paid out, there's about 30% of it was going to be paid to the magistrate. He actually, if he doesn't get his cut, he comes in with his stormtroopers and basically will take that money and take it all. He says, we'd rather the money go to the poor and to the underprivileged than to the fat pockets of the government of this town.
Well, none of that is our problem. I have a contract from Booker to get that money back. Now you're going to give it back, or we're going to have a problem.
I could care less about your contract with Booker. Booker is who he is. He's a traveling bookie, but he just basically is he basically is just the hand to mouth of funds for the rich and for the well-to-do government officials in this town. I could care less if I'd rather see hell than see those folks take money out of the mouth of the poor.
That can be arranged. And I'll pull a bomb out of my pocket. Set it.
They immediately pull their swords out. The second you start reaching for any type of weapon or any type of apparatus, they unsheath their swords.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Now
Whoa,
you
whoa. Calm down. Calm down. We can talk about this in civilized manners. And I start backing towards the door. And then I take my little 20 or my little 18 gold pieces, and I want to say, well, I'm going to keep like 5 of these, but you can have the rest of it, and here, do what you want with this. And I toss my little 13 onto the table in front of them. And pocket 5.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, he shows appreciation for it. I mean, basically, they'd rather see that whatever monies come into the boroughs be used for the people of the boroughs, because they're so used to being bled dry by the upper merchant district and by the government. They're overtaxed. They're basically like any food that comes into the area is not enough. Like it's a fourth, it's a quarter of what this borough district needs. That every morning they're finding someone starved to death on the streets, and they're sick of it, and they go on the. So, anyways, Altier, I don't want to gloss over what you just said. So, what else do you want to do?
Again, the poor people and the issues that you're having with your government are not our problem. Hand over the gold that you stole.
That's never going to happen. It's not going to happen. I don't even have the gold on me. I handed it off to our leader.
I asked out here, this contract you took out, what's Booker paying you?
My standard fee is 10%.
Yeah, so 10% of 250 gold pieces is 25 gold pieces.
All right. I said, well, here's 20. And I throw them in my pouch. I said, you need to calm down here, son. There's more going on than just your contract. What I see here is a group of people that have a pulse on the finger of this city. And they're probably pretty good about finding folk. Let's not forget the first contract you took out. So just so you know, we're here in Targos, I guess you could say passing through, but we're looking for somebody too. His name's Tristan of Lonelywood.
And they all look at each other, and they kind of like this knowing glance between the three of them. And the guy in the brown cloak looks at you and goes, "Oh, we know of Tristan. He's well known to this area. He actually is well known within the boroughs. He'll come in through, and he's actually one that he actually buys slaves. Like he'll actually pay people he says it's a work, but we found out through the grapevine that he's putting him. He doesn't pay him, and he just for food and water will enslave them.
Yeah, I like him more and more every day.
And more than not, people that leave the boroughs with Tristan never are seen again. We've heard rumors that he might have something to do with some kind of nefarious cult.
Yep. It's not a rumor. He is and he does. And I can't stand him.
We can't stand him because he actually has some kind of working relationship with the magistrate of the town, where he has basically been given carte blanche to kind of, pilferage the boroughs of any type of labor force. And to be quite frankly, I haven't heard anyone ever returning, and anyone that's ever left out of the boroughs with Tristan has never returned.
Do you have a clue of where he's taking him to work, I guess?
It's been a few weeks since he's been here, but we've been keeping an eye on him because.
Do you know where they're supposed to be? Where they're supposed to be working? Where is he taking these folks to? Do you know?
Yeah, he's supposed to be taking them back to Lonelywood to build with lumber, almost like a lumber mill. He says he's got work at the lumber mill. He's got work at a blacksmith area. He's basically trying to get cheap labor to go back with him to Lonelywood, but they've never returned, and it's been over 6 months. Like it's been over the course of the last 6 months, about once a month he comes into the boroughs and offers the dreams to get out of poverty, but I don't trust him. He has a relationship with the magistrate to give him carte blanche to kind of basically pilferage people.
If the magistrate's been such a problem, why haven't you taken him out?
We don't have the numbers so you probably have picked up on that. A year ago, we've started experiencing this weird weather pattern that's perpetual winter. And about 6 months ago, my group had internal conflict with the other members of the Thieves Guild. The Thieves Guild pretty much in good times would, there was a difference of opinion to say that half the guild wanted to keep doing business as usual, which is abscond and steal anything that you get your hands on for the profit of the guild. And our group was like, you're not seeing the detrimental effect of what is happening to the community. And we've actually have broken off from the main Thieves Guild. There's two factions. There's our faction, and then there's the other faction called the Black Hand. And the Black Hand is like the more hardcore, almost like conservative group. They just didn't want things to change, even though they saw the community change, they saw the people change, they saw the environment change, and they didn't want to do anything about it. and they just wanted to keep filling their pockets and kind of almost turning a blind eye to what was going on within the city, as long as their pockets were full and their bellies were full. And our group, broke off because to actually strike back at the magistrate as best we could, and the only way we could do that is, and the best way we thought, is through his pocket, his pocket and purse. So any chance that we get, we just like we did.
One of you to kill a man.
This guy is so well protected, and his schedule changes daily, and we just haven't been. And again, we just haven't had the numbers or the force to be able to storm or into, not even storm, but even infiltrate into his mansion. So, I mean, if you're up for it,
thieves that you can't get one man.
yeah, he's got a bodyguard that basically is with him 24/7, and the guy's a force to be reckoned with. Yeah, any attempts that we've had has failed. So it's not that we haven't tried, but we've learned that very quickly that we just don't have the numbers, nor do we have the means to be able to take them out. Maybe if we were at full force with the Thieves Guild. Huh?
Tell me where I can find him. I'll take care of it.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So he goes, well, no problem. Says, you wanna give it a shot? Any point you, to a large mountain, the largest one in Targos, and basically it's the biggest house, and it's right in almost the center of town. It's, if you look at the Targos map, it's this area right through here.
Hey, I'm thinking the real question here is, first off, I'm not sure about you, Al, but not anybody here that I know is a murderer for hire. Second off, what's to say you bump the old magistrate off and there isn't something worse waiting in the wings? Now, if he's rubbing elbows with Tristan, then I already don't like him. But, just tanking, that's all.
Since you want to take out the magistrate, more power to you. You would be doing a service to the boroughs. He says, but have no, I mean, desperate times will calls for desperate measures. One of the reasons that we haven't been very successful with taking out the magistrate too is that the other faction within the Thieves Guild, the Black Hand, is basically in the back pocket of the magistrate. And so any type of like plans that we've had, or any type of like infiltration into like to get into his mansion, has been thwarted by our own guild members, like our former guild members. He says, and actually the other faction, the Black Hand, the conservative, they've got more members than us. They'll hunt us. They'll hunt us down if found. So we just have to be nimble and quicker than them, and we typically don't stay in one place very long, which is a challenge in itself.
Anybody here ever heard of this Black Hand before? I'm looking at Al.
Yeah, so
I know Carter hadn't. I don't think that that was directed straight at Al.
Yeah, go and have Al do a history check for sure.
Yeah, I got a 23.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so the Black Hand is basically the core group of that's what the Thieves Guild has been known for decades. I mean, decades upon decades here in Targos.
Are they
they're-
local or are they spread out? Are they like an organization that's like pretty big, like the Shadow Thieves, or in multiple cities? That's what I'm trying to.
Yeah, so the Black Hand is basically throughout Icewind Dale.
Okay.
The bigger cities have bigger chapters. One of the biggest chapters is obviously here in Targos, but you might see it like you might see, or you might hear of like a Black Hand being in a smaller town like Bremen if they were there on a mission. But the one thing about the Black Hand is you really don't, if they're doing their job, you don't really know that they're there. They're more known to be more like assassins and cutthroats, and thieves. And where this group here, the smaller faction, this splinter group, is more of they've broken off to kind of, like you said, be more of the Robin Hoods of the boroughs. So I mean, we're talking, a group of 20, 20 within the splinter group amongst a group of like 50 within the Black Hand. So I mean, they're definitely outgunned and outmanned.
And this Kendrick fella, is he part of them or is he part of y'all?
Oh, Kendrick is part of them. He is. We tried to get him involved with helping out with the community, and I thought that we had him pretty swayed. But I think the magistrate actually has something on him because it seemed like he was more than willing to go out of his way to help us kind of better the lives of people here in this dilapidated district. But then on a dime, he switched and said he wouldn't be able to help us. If anything, he was going to side with the Black Hand. And so I believe that I got the impression that the magistrate has something on him. It was too quick of a decision switch for something not to be the catalyst. Okay. So let's take about a 2-minute break. So let me go use the restroom and go grab another drink because I'm starting to get a little dry mouth here. And then let me know what you guys want to do as far as like what you guys would like to do. Okay. A couple of options to keep in mind. You could go to the mansion of the magistrate. You could go try to find the den of the Black Hand. You could go and find the wayward guide that had led the party out about a week ago, and you guys had used his dog, Boy, the big wolf dog.
Oh yeah, we still got
There's a couple of you could go back to the Alaskan Inn and inform Booker and Owen what your findings were at the Thieves Guild. So guys, talk amongst each other. I'll be back just a minute or two, and then we'll go on. We'll do whatever you guys like to do. All right, but there's a couple of options.
Okay, group powwow. Seamus wants to find Tristan and break his neck. That's my driving force at the moment. So anything besides that, I'm okay with. JD, what do you want to do?
I'm thinking go scout the governor's mansion.
Okay. John, what's your motivation?
Well, my motivation is still the same as it was at the beginning, is to try to find out this perpetual winter.
Yep.
All that other stuff is kind of, finding the guide, and which I think might help us out in the main quest, I guess, if you will.
Yeah, I think. I see Targos has a lot of issues. I think we're going to have to circle back to the Governor's Manor eventually. I really believe that, because if he's buddy with Tristan, he might be involved in that fucking cult as well. But we don't know that. I mean, obviously, like he sounds like a pretty shitty dude, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Yeah, I think maybe we should stretch our limbs. You know, tell this group like when we're in Targos, we're gonna we'll stay in touch with them. You know what I'm saying? We'll pass information, help out when we can if they're willing to help us out in our ultimate goal, and that's well, not ultimate goal, but current goal. You know what I'm saying? And that's Tristan. For Peck, it's greater. He's like, I need to figure out what's up with the winter.
But I think that Tristan is yeah, we know he's tied into this cult.
Oh yeah, we know that.
And this cult is the reason that the winter is the way it is.
Yeah, that's what we believe.
You know, so
So, do we want to go look for the Wayward Guide? Like I think we got some contacts within the city now. We got you know what I'm saying? Little birds, to coin a phrase. That can be beneficial to us. Yeah, I don't really want to go fuck with the governor's mansion and get ourselves in a situation where like Targos is burnt to us. You know what I'm saying?
just quite yet.
Yeah, I mean not yet. Yeah, well, if we find out along the line that the governor's knee deep with the little frosty people, then Seamus won't mind at all kicking down his door and grabbing a hold of his bodyguard and finding out what kind of handful he thinks he is. You know what I'm saying? That could come. I just don't think that's the play right now. It don't feel right. It doesn't feel like that's what we need to do. So y'all want to go find that Wayward Guide? Or Kelvin Cairn? Isn't that where he was out exploring?
Yeah, up that way, somewhere around.
And JD, isn't that what you need to go do something in Kelvin Cairn too?
Yeah.
Let's do that. Since you got business that you need to attend up there, let's I think we done kicked some balls in motion. Let's go handle some business. Get back to town a little later and see what's come about. Because you got something you need to do in Kelvin's Cairn. There's a guide that went missing out that way. Plus, that's right next to where I'm from, and I haven't been home in a long time. So we should go do that. I think that's what we're gonna do then. All agreed. Yeah. No.
I guess.
I'm okay with it.
What's I guess mean?
I'm okay with it. I think that, but I do think we need to revisit the magistrate's office due to the fact that he is in cahoots with Tristan. We know Tristan is in cahoots with the cultists. You know what I'm saying? And we now know that he is enslaving a labor force for the goods that he was embezzling out of Brennan.
Okay, we go visit the magistrate office. What's the end game? Are we gonna kill him?
Oh, I'm just saying, I don't necessarily know if we have to do that right now, because I think we go find this guide that might point us in a it might give us more insights into what's going on in the whole.
I don't think
You see what
that
I'm
has anything to do with any of this.
I don't know. He was pretty pronounced as a guide, and he's never gone missing before. Maybe he ran into some foul play with some cultists. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. But I do think that eventually we're going to have to tangle with the magistrate because of his involvements with Tristan.
Okay, so here's my question. We go to the magistrate. Oh, well, like, what are we gonna do? Is Altier gonna start hurling death threats again at people he doesn't know, like immediately? Or I'm just trying to. I'm cool with going to the
My
magistrate.
plan is to scout the area and wait till dark, slip in and kill him without anybody noticing.
I mean, that he is an assassin.
No, he's a bounty hunter. He's not an assassin. But yeah, I mean that's cool. If that's what. All right, sure. We'll go. We'll go. I guess I'll go talk to the magistrate. Like, well, I know we're gonna go scout the area, but like, what are we gonna talk to the magistrate about? Like, why are we telling him that we're even trying to meet with him? Kind of that's all I'm trying to figure out. That, like, are we just gonna go in there and be like, hey, we're looking for our friend Tristan who went missing or something? Like, what? Like, yeah, is that how we want to do that? Okay. All right, cool. Well, like, we understand you've probably associated with this person. We're looking for him. He went missing some time ago. Is that okay? You want to do it like that?
Yep.
Okay, then all right. Let's do that then, and then we'll do something else after that. We'll see where it leads. Okay, I need to go take some insulin real quick. I'll be back in 30 seconds. I don't know if Mike's back or not yet. So
Yeah, I just got back. Yep.
y'all can fill him in on what the plan is. I'll be back.
Okay, we want to go talk to the magistrate.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean the guys here, and they're known as the White Hand. By the way, they're 180 of what they stood for when they 6 months ago. So they've kind of seen the light of, like, they're very altruistic about helping the community, and any ill-gotten gains that are filtered through Shane are kind of redistributed to the community. So, just think of them as the Robin Hoods of the community. But yeah, they have no problem. They give you a map of Targos, and they point out where the mansion is. It says, just be forewarned, it is well guarded, and his bodyguard is something to behold. So, but he only meets with people by appointment. So you're going to have to make an appointment if you're going to go see him. They won't even let you through the front gates if you don't have like an invitation. So you're going to have to figure out, you have to figure out how to get that.
Maybe we can use the bookie and the innkeeper to get us an invitation.
That's an interesting idea.
What are we doing?
Knowing that the magistrate takes 30% of the cut, maybe we can use Owen and the bookie to get us an invitation to meet the magistrate, because we're trying to find the Thieves Guild who stole the money. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay. Even though we already have, and we're kind of cool with them now. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Plus, keep playing the same angle we originally played. Like, we're gonna hunt these guys down. Blah blah blah.
Exactly. Maybe we could use your help to find this money. So you can get yours. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we can't let them know that he gets his, though, because that information was given to us on the low. You know what I'm saying?
Even,
Sounds like
Well, you know-
everybody kind of knows he gets his.
right, because if he comes in and shakes the place down,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's well known that the magistrate, takes his cut. Like anything that happens in the town is, he wants his piece of the pie, and he's ruthless about it. So he'll either blackmail you to get you
Come
under his thumb,
Come
or
on.
he'll manhandle. He's got enough of a security, like a personal security force. He actually has. So, anyways, a couple, like 3 things additional that I didn't get a chance to tell you. But the city guard, as neutral as they seem, they are basically his beck and call. He has them in his back pocket. The second thing is that he's greedy. I mean, if he sees the opportunity to make money, that his entire MO is the hoarding of resource, and he doesn't care who. Obviously, he doesn't care where it comes from or who he has to hurt, or even of his own constituents. He's if he's the last man standing and he's on top of the pile of gold, the happier he's going to be.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's a good idea, dude. Let's use Owen.
Yeah, and the third and actually, in the third thing, getting back to Owen, these thieves here, these members of the Thieves Guild, they let you know that one of the reasons that Owen has been so under pressure and was so happy to see this the winnings for this fight of Sheamus and Titus is because the magistrate's basically shaking him down, using the Black Hand to shake him down to not only get money, but maybe even foreclose on the Alaskan Inn.
Oh man. Okay.
Which means that his fat cat won't have a place to hunt rats anymore.
Okay, bet. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We'll talk to Owen, try to set us up a meeting with the magistrates where we can get eyes on this guy, and then see where it goes from there, Ask him about Tristan. Okay, here's the thing. How do we appeal to this magistrate? Well, we know he's greedy. Maybe we make up a story about Tristan absconding with a whole bunch of fucking money. Or, oh, no, it's not even a story. A bunch of contracts to Brennan. Like the actual owning of Bremen.
yeah, we can use that to our advantage.
Yeah, be like, look, this is the real reason.
Tristan double crossing you by
Yep.
owning 3/4 of Brennan. You want some of that pie? Help us find.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Who is greed?
That's right. Play to his greed. Okay, bet. Let's do this.
Okay. All right, just give me a second to kind of get everything situated here. And then that. Okay. All right. So yeah. So first things first. The Thieves Guild members that you're meeting at the abandoned house, they thank you for the food and the firewood and the coal. This abandoned house, will be a good base for the community, like a community house. You guys are welcome here anytime. And they're basically going to make this kind of a bit of a makeshift base of operation that kind of help feed the poor, house the poor, just distribute resources as they come. So this is like and they'll have enough Thieves Guild members here on staff that it's somewhat protected, and it won't be well known outside of the it won't be known outside the boat. This is a house that's being used for to help people, but because they want to kind of keep that on the down low.
Yeah, it's the secret soup kitchen.
The secret soup kitchen, right? But at least this is a step in the right direction for helping those, because again, every morning they were finding people frozen out on the street that couldn't find shelter, or people that would starve to death because they hadn't eaten in 7 days, right? So that being the case, they start bringing in the cart, resources off the cart, and within a couple of days, you'll see a big difference between this dilapidated, musty, moldy smelling abandoned house and a working order, like you said, is a secret soup kitchen. So you've always got a place, you've always got a bed, you've always got food, as long as we can keep operating. Okay. So you guys talk about the game?
What was that?
Like how do you want to address this? You want to go back to the Laskin Inn and see if you can't get an introduction, or how do you want to go about doing this?
Can't we blow through that?
Yeah. So what? Just walk me through what you want to, I only overheard a little bit towards the end what you guys want to do, but so how do you want to get the introduction with the magistrate?
We'll use Owen.
Okay, so you go to Owen and you're going to say, can you get us an introduction to the magistrate? What pressure are you putting? What's the incentive for him to do so?
We're just gonna tell Owen, man, we didn't have any luck finding all the winnings. You know what I'm saying? Because we didn't get all of it, so we can use that and say, but we feel like maybe if we can talk to the magistrate. He might be able to assist us in getting everything back.
For the city guard or something.
That and we have some information that we believe he'll be interested in.
Might be beneficial.
Yeah, that's the key word. That might be beneficial to him.
Okay. All right. And again, in lieu of time, we'll fast track that. Owen, anything to get back in maybe the good graces of the magistrate, because the magistrate knows that he's not getting his cut of that fight now, and so Owen's not really, and even both Booker and Owen are not on his good gracious list, and so he's giving him a little bit of leeway to cut, because he knows that he's contracted out. They're giving him a little bit of time to kind of see if they can't get that money back. But he's not the most lenient guy in the world that you kind of picked up on. He's pretty ruthless, and he's got thugs, stormtroopers to kind of carry out his work, and if need be, he'll even call the city guard, and if numbers are needed. So
during the time that we're waiting for our appointment, I'm gonna go ahead and use my poisoner feat to make some basic poison.
Okay, go ahead. What would you roll?
There's no roll or anything. It's just I just have to pay 50 gold for it.
Okay. And what kind of poison? And what kind of poison would you be creating?
It's D8 contact poison, right?
Yeah, it's injury poison. Yeah. Let me see.
It's part of the feat. You're able to apply it as a bonus action instead of an action, and it does like 1d8 injury. It does an extra, what, d8 poison damage, right?
Something like that. Let me look.
Yeah, I was muted, but I was like, maybe that's our group name, the Secret Soup Kitchen.
That's funny.
Let's see. 1 hour of work using a poisoner's kit and expending 50 gold points worth of materials. You can create a number of doses of potent poison equal to your proficiency bonus. Once applied to a weapon or a piece of ammunition, the poison retains potency for 1 minute, or until you hit with the weapon or ammunition. When a creature takes damage from the coated weapon or ammunition, the creature must succeed on a DC 14 Constitution saving throw, or take 2d8 poison damage and become poisoned until the end of your next turn.
Ooh, okay. Nice. Okay. So Al just got teeth. Yeah, that's why you needed that fucking gold, huh?
Yeah.
I was like, why does JD? I was like, why does he need this gold so bad? Now I get it. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'm glad I gave you that sack of gold. I kept 1. I gave you 20. So that should have put you enough because you had what? You had your 18 plus 20, and then you had 25 too. So that, yeah, you got it.
So I guess my question is, Altair, are you going to say anything about the contract when you go talk to Owen and Booker, or are you going to just kind of lead them on that you're still working on getting their money back?
I'm just letting them know I'm still working on it, and that's why we need to see the magistrate.
Okay. All right. Okay. Fair enough.
Poison.
Yeah.
All right. So, basically Owen sends a messenger to the magistrate's house with a note and his signature. I've contracted a group of, or I've contacted a group of that are going to, again, get your money back. They'd like to meet with you to get some more information. They are friends with Tristan from Lonelywood, that they are concerned about their friend, and they have some information that might be pertinent to you in not only recovering the money from the prize fight, but a new opportunity to make more money, more money than you could dream. Something like that. Something that would entice them to open the doors.
Sounds good.
All right. So after leaving the Alaskan Inn and Owen, is there any place you'd like to go before going to the mansion?
Nope.
Okay. All right. All right. So the map is just it's the top map. It's all blacked out. It's just to the right of the abandoned house.
All I see is a little. Oh, it's all blacked out, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all blacked out. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I see a strip. It looks like some trees or something.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. I never mind. I got the top of the map now. It looks like a little courtyard or something.
Yeah.
Okay. All righty.
Yeah. And let's see here.
Just slide our tokens over there. That's not a far drag. Oh, they're already gone. Never mind.
Yep. I got it. Let's see here. And boom. Yeah. So, this area of the city is posh. You know, it's the posh. Ever since being in Icewind Dale, this is actually one of the nicest locations you've been at. You know, I mean, again, it's all relative, right? I mean, you've been in Bremen. Bremen's a fishing town. You've been in the kind of like the merchant district. You've been in the poor across the track district of the boroughs. This mansion you can tell is opulent. You know, it's money it's money spent for the sake of just, you know, just to be gauche. You know, if there's anything, you get the feeling that the magistrate likes money because he likes to be in style. He likes to be the envy of everyone around him. You know, he's not using the money for any good other than for himself.
Gotcha.
Everything is about him and his opulent lifestyle. You know, he wakes up in the morning eating lobster. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, he's just a jerk. We got it.
Yeah. He's a guy that would step over. He would step over his own grandmother if it meant that he would pick up a dime.
Mm.
So yeah, as you come up this kind of like stairwell up into this like courtyard, you see that there's four guards at the main gate. And you know, as you come, as you start like towards the gate, each of them take a postured stance, and they, you know, eye you as you get closer. So, anyways, you can move your tokens as you see fit, but that's the stairwell up to the front courtyard, and there's four guards at the front of the main gate.
All right. I guess we'll just approach them and be like, we're here to meet with the magistrate.
Okay. You know, and you know, the magistrate doesn't meet with just anyone. You'll have to make an appointment. And he's about, you know, just to let you know, friend, he's about 6 months out on appointment. So, you know, you might want to plan accordingly.
Well, that'll be a shame for him to miss out on this much money. All right. Yeah.
Okay, before we approach this place, I gotta
Okay.
stealth.
Okay. You got a 31 stealth. Okay.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
No, I'm just tagging along, but I'm just letting you know.
He's doing it stealthily.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Well, I'd have to roll a nat 20 for any of these guards to even even do that, and I rolled a 13, so that's not the case. They don't even know that you're there. But every once in a while, we'll have you re-roll that just because you're going to be in areas that don't have a lot of coverage. You're still in an open courtyard in the middle of the day.
Right.
You know, you might be able to go from bush to bush, from windowsill to windowsill, but you know, there's only so much you can do with limited cover. You know,
Right.
unless you have a Bjorn twig of
The twig of deception.
twig of deception.
You're wrong.
It's back.
It's canon, man. It's going to go through every campaign. All right. But so for right now, Altair, I mean, whether you're in the shadow of like Carter's shadow and you know, they don't see you approaching, or, you know, they just think there's 3 people in the party, not 4. So Seamus, you've already opened dialogue with them. You said, well, it's a shame that he's not going to take benefit of this kind of money opportunity. And one of the guards kind of looks at the other one and kind of looks down at this one and says, are you the group from the Alaskan Inn?
Yeah, that'd be us.
Okay. Says, Oh, well, there's always exceptions to the rule, and we've been let known by the magistrate to let you entryway, and we'll be able to have you meet with them here shortly. He's just finishing up with his last appointment, and he'll be able to meet with you here shortly. So he opens up the courtyard gate and issues you through if you'd like.
Let's roll. Do.
There you go. And how far up do I get? Let me get this here. Okay. Yeah. So Seamus, with no shame, just kind of walks through, and Carter, naively just follows along because, that's what he does, and wherever you like to go. And yeah. So you can see, like, this is a heavily guarded area. They've got like 7 guards are in this area, at various points throughout the courtyard. So Seamus, not Seamus, but Altair, go ahead and roll another stealth check, because it's not just the 4 guards outside now. Now you've got 7 guards inside the courtyard here. Okay. Yeah, I would have to roll again another 20, and I rolled an 11. So yeah. Yeah, so no one even knows that you're even there. Okay. So anyways, yeah, there's 2 kind of like stairwells going up around this main courtyard. You get the feeling that the guards themselves are pretty well disciplined. They might have even been from like the military at some point. This courtyard's pretty wide open. Sunlight drifts in from above. Well, there's no sunlight, but whatever light there is from outside. It's about 6 o'clock. In the evening time, the sun's just starting to go down, and there's shadows. So I guess that's another reason that Altair is able to jump from shadow to shadow, is there's long shadows being cast by pillars and. So that's what you see. So after about 15 minutes, one of the guards comes down the stairs and motions for your party to come over to the door to the left, and unlocks the door.
All right, I guess we'll follow him.
Okay. Yeah, well, he unlocks it and opens up the door, and this is what you see. A very lavish, almost like meeting room in front of a fireplace that's burning firewood. And you see 2. Again, Carter will just follow with you. And Pecker, do you want to be with the group?
Yeah, I'm following Seamus and them.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So as you kind of get up to the door, this is what you see. See a very lavish room with like very lavish throw rugs and a nice long table with like lavish foods. We're talking like oysters and mostly like fair like fish foods and stuff like that, but like we're talking like lobster, oysters, prawns the size of your hand. Food that is just overly opulent, especially for this area. In front of the fireplace, you see 2 individuals. You see one that's in very nice silken attire. And you see a gentleman sitting next to him in kind of like a silken cloak. And as you come into the room, you see 2 guards. You see one that's to the far side, and you see another one, and two of these guards have a individual in between them, and the individual in between them seems to be slumped over, almost like unconscious, bloodied, looks to be quite bleeding. And go ahead and roll a perception check for me. Anyone that's entered into the room.
Oh, that sucked. 6.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, to you, you know what? Go and roll with advantage because there's a go and roll with advantage, Seamus.
Okay.
I got 15.
I got a 20,
That's better. 21.
Okay. What'd you get, Altair?
23.
Yeah, you can tell that it's Titus. Titus is unconscious, beaten to within an inch of his life. It looks like he's unconscious. He's in between two of these guards, and the two guards are escorting him out of the room.
Hold on a minute. Where y'all going with that there feller?
And the guy looks over his shoulder and says, "You'll have to ask the magistrate." As they continue to usher Titus out of the room.
Okay. Well, maybe we will end up killing this guy today. I don't know. All right. So who's doing the talking?
Yeah, so I need Altair to, again, a new area, new faces. Roll another stealth check for me. Okay. Yeah, so the shadows that you'd have, if you went into more of the interior of the room, you'd be seen. There's not, I mean, this is a well lit up room. There's a fireplace in there. There's candles up in there. The only place that you really can find is like in the far corner, like where you are to hide. Every other place is pretty well lit. It would be easily seen because you're not that the room is a large room, but there's no obstruction from where they're sitting to the front door or any other place in the room. And let's just see, there's two of them. Yeah, rolled a 19, so yeah, they don't even know that you're there. So the magistrate and the individual that's with them, again, in this kind of silk, very nice silk cloak. Looks like this guy's been traveling. He looks like he is, he's got that kind of like aristocrat look about him. And the magistrate, even though he's in fine clothing, you can tell that this guy didn't get this position through the greater graces of the people of Targos. He either bribed, bought, paid for, to be in this position of being the magistrate. So, anyways, as you guys come in the room and the guards, take out Titus, the magistrate stands up and kind of walks around and sits at the table, and the cloaked individual sits at this long table that's sitting right in the middle of the room. And he sits down and he looks at his friend almost like knowingly, like stick around, and what would you like to do? So between Seamus and Pecker, which one of you guys are going to do the talking?
I'll let Pecker do the talking.
Okay. What's your charisma, Pecker?
1 second. Come on, guys. Jesus Christ. I think it's a 16.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I'll let Pecker do the talking.
Okay. So yeah, so this is what you see. What would you like to do?
No, it's a 14. Excuse me.
Okay.
Say,
No different.
we have come to maybe offer a hand. You know, you scratch our back, we scratch your back type of scenario. We are kind of looking for this money that I know that you probably have lost quite a bit of it also, my good sir. And, you know, we're just trying to help out so we can get ours. You know, you can get yours and we can go on our way. And we also have, you know, a little business proposition for you, too. We had some dealings with a gentleman from Lonelywood who is kind of, I think might have cut. He's kind of shady when it comes to his dealings, and he's kind of cut us out. And from what I understand, you're also dealing with this man, and I think that he might be cutting you out of some profit and some goods. Also, you know, I've
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and roll me an insight check.
roll a what?
Insight.
Willow. All right, hold on 1 second. Insight is oh, 15, 12 plus 3.
Yeah, that's enough. Yeah, so you've kind of thrown a lot of information at me kind of at once, you know. I know that's kind of the nature of Beckers and kind of like really rapidly like but so he's like trying to follow like what he's saying. He kind of looks at the other guy like, did you pick up on what he was like, did you pick up on everything he was talking about? And he's like, kinda, and he goes, well, let's you know, before we pull the cart off the horse. And he grabs like a chicken leg off the table, and he starts like, you know, putting it on his plate. A couple of, you know, a couple of berries, a couple of fruits that he's put onto his plate. But the other guy next to him is just intently watching the three of you. And he goes, first things first. What is this? What is this money that you're talking of? You know, I already have. Shared with Owen and Booker how disappointed I am in, first of all, that they would run a unsanctioned fight event without my blessing, and that therefore they're going to be double taxed on that, and then to find out that the winnings and my portion of the winnings was stolen. I'm not really happy with them at the moment. I'm thinking about just going ahead and taking the inn and holding that and you know as a recourse. But what else? Like, so I mean, how are you planning on getting that money back?
Well, we're just trying to find the culprits, and we kind of need a little help on.
Well, where do you think that money's going?
Well, from the looks of things, it looks like it came right here. Been walking around your fair city, and yeah, I'm thinking you're doing better than most here. Let's cut the crap.
Okay. He said, let's cut the crap, and he kind of like, you know, kind of like raises an eyebrow, like what?
He said, we came to Targos for a reason. We're looking for a man, as he just mentioned. His name is Tristan. He's from Lonelywood. I understand you deal with him.
I do.
And he's right. Tristan's a bit shady, and he shorted us. So we're feeling a bit short, just like you're feeling a bit short. But we also know he has in his possession something of great value.
And what could that potentially be?
Oh, it could be potentially the entire city of Brennan.
And
potentially.
Yeah, Yeah, and go roll an insight check for me, Seamus.
Oh, that sucked. 4.
Yeah, if he was of any interest or any, it's beyond. You know, I mean, he just looks like he's got a very stoic look on his face. You know.
So
I guess-
anyway,
Well, I mean, Tristan's in Lonelywood. Why don't you go talk to him? I mean, he's, you know, as far as like any contracts he has with Bremen, you know, he's never let me know about it, or you know.
well, that's the whole thing about these type of contracts. He might have contracts for Targos as well.
Okay, go ahead and roll a deception check for me.
Yeah. Ooh, there we go. It's going to be deception is +2. That's going to be a dirty 20, sir.
Well, that beats his 16. So he you know, he perks, like you could tell he's like, there's a seed of doubt in his mind because he knows the nature of Tristan. He's dealt with him for years, you know, and especially in the last year, Tristan's become more aggressive in his ambitions, and you don't know if the magistrate knows if he's part of the cult or not, but you definitely know he knows the nature of the man. And when you said he's making maneuvers in Bremen, well, you can tell, you know, with your four, whether he knew or not knew. He tells you he didn't know anything about that, nor is any really of his business. He's got his hands full with helping the city of Targos thrive.
Well, that's why I pivoted. I was like, well, he don't give a shit about that. So I'm going to go out on a limb here and be like, wow, Tristan be working, you know, on the sly to work shit out. So
yeah, if he's doing this in Bremen, what makes you think he's not doing the same thing here?
that's exactly how I was thinking. I was like,
So you put a seed of doubt in his mind now of like, well, you know what? I didn't trust the guy as far as I could throw him, but I even trust him less now because guess what? If he's like, you know, if he's doing some dealings, you know, underhanded dealings in Bremen, and maybe I'm not getting, you know, again, it's all about money. That's all it filters down to, him being able to afford this opulent lifestyle. And he goes, well, you know, the last I heard, Tristan was here about 2 weeks ago, and I had a meeting with him. He said he was going to Bremen, and then he was heading back to Lonelywood, and I haven't seen him since. But if you find any information about him having any underdealings that I don't know, like I don't know, I know I've given him permission to hire for very lucrative jobs, very, you know, thriving jobs, you know, in a lumber mill and a blacksmith shop and some other places up in Lonelywood. I've given them carte blanche to go and hire people here within the community to, especially the more underprivileged that really need that work. I've given them carte blanche to hire people in my city. Is that what you're talking about? Do you think you might be doing some underhanded dealings with like hiring people, like almost like a bad HR agent?
yeah, I mean, maybe that too.
You know, yeah, you've given them definitely a seed of suspicion about, like, you know, I wasn't really thrilled. Like, I didn't trust Tristan, but, you know, now I'm going to really kind of like, I'm going to start going through some channels to kind of like see if he's been doing anything behind my back, you know. It says, well, that being the case, I would probably, if you were going to pick up the trail of where Tristan was, I'd probably start in his hometown. you said, he's been having some other dealings in Bremen. Maybe you want to check with Bremen. We haven't seen him here in 2 weeks. The last time I saw him, he had about 5 or 6 workers that he was taking to Lonely with.
When's he normally come down to get more workers?
Oh, about once a month. He's been doing that for the past 6 months. So he's probably hired a good 30 people by now. 30 people in a town of 1,000, that's, he's not the biggest employer, but, every little bit helps. And, I'm all about helping my constituents better their lives and have better quality of life, as you can see.
Huh.
Now he shifts his attention back over to Pecker, gives a little bit of a glance over at Carter, just kind of like, just to almost acknowledge that he knows that he's there. And he looks at Pecker and says, let's get back to something you opened up with about, it's one thing to go and chase down money that's mine, but you said there was opportunity to make money beyond that. What did you mean by that? I think you're muted, John.
John?
Becker? Is he still on?
Hey, he's still on. He's definitely muted. There he is.
I'm dealing with kids. Hold on one second.
All right. So that being the case, while we wait for John to come back. Altier, what are you doing? Are you just kind of listening in, or are you kind of scouting the place out? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm just sort of waiting for them to finish conducting their interview before I do anything.
Okay.
I think the interview's pretty much over, except for whatever Pecker's got to say. I wasn't sure what the end game was of coming here, so kind of waiting to see what you do, Al. I already know I don't like this sniveling
Did you guys
dude.
happen to close the door when you came through?
No, the door is open because the guard's keeping the guard outside that lets you in is standing next to the door.
Okay.
Or has the magistrate told him to close the door? Because quite frankly, he wasn't expecting you guys to be here this long. Like the magistrate, his meetings, especially with people he doesn't know, is like, come in, say your piece, let's be done with it. I've got food to eat,
Okay, and while I'm standing here, I'm gonna go ahead and dip 3 of my arrows into 1 dose of my poison.
Okay. And what's the damage of the poison again? I know you told me, but it was
2d8.
2d8. And that's on a failed save?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah,
it?
poison
What's the?
condition.
And it's half this if you save.
I think it's none if you save.
And then, if you save, if you don't save, you're poisoned. And how many rounds does that last?
Till the end of my next turn.
Okay, next turn. And if you do save, you're
DC
not
14
poisoned.
Constitution saving throw or take 2d8. But yeah, if you save, nothing happens.
Okay, great, good. And the poison condition, I think you just fail, like.
You get disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
And I'm gonna bring my whole. Let's see, poisoned. There you go. I love this one site. The Roll 20 compendium. It's so easy to read. Yeah. So, poison creature has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. Okay. Good to know. I'll keep that up. Okay. While John is dealing with kids, Seamus, is there anything that you want to do? Rocky, is there anything that you'd like to do?
I'm just chilling, man, waiting to see what, like,
Okay.
I didn't, Rocky, not Seamus, or I guess Seamus too. I didn't know what our goal was out of coming to the governor's mansion. I know Altair said he wanted to scout it. So I'm just kind of waiting to see if anything goes on. I'm not necessarily like wanting to, there it is, to like snatch somebody up and shake something out of them that I don't even sure they know or not, you know, so.
This is all dirty, babe.
Yeah. I'm all about going to Lonelywood and finding Tristan. Or like Kelvin's car. Like we talked about a few things while you were gone. This is what
Yeah, there's like two things you could do at Calvin's car.
Yeah.
One of them. Yeah.
JD wanted to do this pretty much, so we were like, yeah, okay, let's do this, I guess. So I'm kind of curious. I guess I don't know. That fella you had your guards take out of here earlier. What'd he do?
Well, he looks at you and he goes, let's see if he recognizes you, because, you know, you're pretty distinct. And
Yeah.
you know, yeah, so he looks at you and he goes, I think you know the gentleman that you decided. We probably beat him a little bit worse than you did, but he also deserved it. You know, here's the thing about it is that you know, he was supposed to win the fight. He obviously was losing the fight very quickly, and he didn't do anything afterwards to help get that money back. He, if anything, he was helping people. You know, he was helping people that had fallen into the pit. That's not what he's paid for.
So you're in the business of paying people for stuff, huh?
Well, I like to keep a stable of good fighters, you know, well trained and well fed, and I think you can admit Titus was well trained and well fed. Maybe not to your degree of expertise, but you know, he's like fairly new to the fighting game. So I mean, he's had a number of.
Yet, you're so upset that these boys would have an unsanctioned match with your fighter.
Yeah, why do you think I beat him to an inch of his life? He didn't tell me. Booker didn't tell me. Owen didn't tell me. They did this on their own. And believe me, I'll deal with Booker and Owen. I might not be to the edge of their life like I have Titus, but I'll hurt them in ways that they'll never forget.
Yep, I definitely don't like
Yeah, teach a man to fish. He'll fish for he'll have food for the rest of his life. Cut off his leg, he'll never run. So I tell you what, just in the lieu of again, I don't wanna. Do you guys need like a couple minute break, or do you want to keep going? Do you want to do this without John at the moment?
Yeah, I guess we can proceed. He can catch up.
Okay, all right. Yeah, so I think Pecker kind of like said everything he wanted to say, and he goes, and basically the magistrate looks at you and says, I'm going to look into what your allegations are about Tristan, but if I were to look for him, obviously, home is where the heart is, and he's obviously if he's doing some dealings with Bremen. And I'll look in to see if he's doing any underhanded thing. But, well, it's not necessarily underhanded. It's just behind my back. I don't care him making money as long as I get my cut. And he goes, but if I find out that he has, well, I won't be teaching him to fish.
Mm.
And he goes, as far as like my money, Titus couldn't give me any information. I thought maybe he might have some insight as where my money is. And Booker and Owen, I've already talked with them, and they know the deal. They understand what's at stake. So
We were kind of contemplating, thinking about. We've come across a group name called the Black Hand.
it's black, and he looks at it. And so go and roll an insight, John.
Ooh. 15 plus 3, 8.
Yeah, that's going to be. So, anyways, magistrate almost like says the black hand. I don't even know what you're talking about. What's a black hand? You can tell he knows what the black hand is. You can see right through him. He's obviously lying. And he goes, never heard of such a group. Why would you bring them up?
That's where we think your money went, is to the group called the Black Hand.
All right. Well, I've got enough resources where I can send, I could send some of my fighters, or so I'll send someone out to investigate. And you hear a knock at the door behind you, and it's the guard that had issued you in, and he goes, "Magistrate, your next appointment's due in about 5 minutes. You're gonna where should I usher him into?" And they said, "Oh, well, these gentlemen were just leaving, so yeah. So go ahead and roll because of the new guard. Go ahead and roll that stealth check again, Altier."
$31.
Okay, that's going to beat my dirty 20. So yeah, the guard says, "Okay, well, gentlemen, this way. We've got a very busy docket today, and I'll show you to the door."
Well, it was nice meeting you, sir, and thank you for talking with us on such short notice.
Yeah, well, you let me know how that goes. I'll have one of my guards. I'll let them know to kind of a note of recognition of that. If you find where my money is and you're looking to return it, when you can return it to me, I'll have you meet with like one of my captains of the guard, and you can give it to him. Good day. Good day. Peace be with you.
Huh.
And he sits back down and starts eating into that lobster and oyster. Altair, what do you want to do?
So,
Out of the room.
Say that. What was that, Packer?
I'm gonna get up and walk out, like start
Yeah.
to walk with the guard.
Okay. Yeah, he's issuing you out. And there's a couple other guards behind him, kind of like milling about. So they're within like ears, like 10, 15 feet of him. So, yeah. Yeah, and as you guys get to the door, he shuts the door and he starts escorting you down to the main gate.
once the door is shut, this didn't work out the way I wanted it to at all.
Well, maybe you should talk more about your intentions when you have something in mind, so we can kind of discuss it a little more.
Well, I was hoping the door would be closed and you guys could lock it while you were in the room.
Well, they don't there.
I mean, it's closed and locked now.
Well,
Right now.
Yeah, and anyways, you guys wouldn't know what Altair is doing anyways at this moment because
Yeah, that's
you're
the
being
problem.
Yeah,
you've got
yeah.
1, 2,
Even-
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You've got like 9 or 10 guards in this courtyard, and you're
Yeah.
being like, as you've been escorted out by the guard that opened the door, you can see the other guards are kind of like falling in the rank, of like, they're like, it's not like they are ushering. Well, they're ushering you. out.
They're making sure we're leaving.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, got it.
Yeah, it's not one guard saying, "Hey, follow me." It's the other guard almost like giving you a bit of a escort.
Yeah.
They're escorting. They're ushering you out because
They're escort. Yeah.
they don't know you. The magistrate doesn't really they just met you, so there's no like courtesy here other than you've met with them. You got whatever it's whatever business deal you have with them. It took 5 minutes to say your piece. He's a busy man. He's got a lot of things to do.
Well,
and-
I'll tell you what. Altair is in a very interesting situation now because he's hidden in that room with those two. They don't know
Yeah.
he's there.
yeah.
And like he's literally a fly on the wall right now.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Well, I guess we just gotta trust his skills. Cause we're getting walked out of here.
You are. Yeah. And you can tell these are well trained armed guards. It's not your average soldier. These are like you can tell that they've either seen battle or that they had been well trained. They know their way around a spear and sword, and they know their way around a fight.
Yep.
So, anyways,
So what does the bodyguard look like anyway?
well, you're not sure that this is the bodyguard. This is you were told by the Thieves Guild that the bodyguard of the magistrate is a figure to behold. Well, this looks like a regular looking guy in a silk cloak that looks pretty mundane. Doesn't look like like if he was in a crowd, you'd be hard pressed to pick him up out of a crowd. But one thing, go ahead and roll an insight check for me. Insight.
I mean, anything that seems like new, like the new thing.
30-20.
Yeah, you can tell, like with the interaction with Packer and Seamus, and even with Carter being in the room, where the magistrate, like in a very politician way, was kind of like almost like overly glib and kind of like posturing a lot, during the conversation. This guy's eyes were sharp, almost piercing, almost like almost intrusive in intent and focus on the people that were speaking, what was being said, how it was being said, the intent in which it was said, the approach and delivery. I mean, this guy was like overly, for someone that didn't say anything, he still had a presence in the room of how astute he was taking in the conversation. That's one thing that you picked up on, just being the fly on the wall. And when Seamus and Pecker and Carter are being ushered out, and the door's not locked, it's just shut because they've got another appointment coming in here shortly. Is that you hear the magistrate turn to the other gentleman and say, Angus, what did you think of what was just said? And Angus goes, I think they're deceiving you. I don't think that they're here with good intent. I think that they were here with false pretense. That's the impression I got when we're talking with observing with intent, their body language and what was said and the way it was said. He says, I think that they know Tristan. I think it's almost like you get the feeling that this guy was almost a barometer, or even almost like a live lie detector. Not that this guy had cast anything or anything like that, but he definitely was. He seems to be hypersensitive about intent and body language, and but other than that, he looks like a pretty mundane fella. Like you couldn't pick him out of a crowd if you tried,
Okay.
That's the conversation so far that the magistrate's having with Angus. So.
Well, if I don't think that's a bodyguard, then I'm going to go ahead and line up a shot.
Okay. Well, let's. So they don't know that you're there at that moment. So let me just. I think you rolled a 23 for your last stealth check. Is that right?
31.
31. Okay. Rolled a 17, 18, and even with their +2 bonus, that's not gonna be enough. Okay, so
Sneak attack or surprise attack, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, this is at the magistrate.
At the magistrate. Okay.
Nat 20.
No
Okay.
fucking way.
Okay.
So he needs to go ahead and roll a DC 14 Constitution save.
He rolled a 5.
Awesome.
Holy shit.
So that's 4d6. 24 plus 2d8 is 16.
Plus 1d8 from your arrow.
No,
So that's 20.
26. That's why I got
What?
26. The short bow.
Yeah, the poison damage too, bro. Oh, it's a
Yeah.
short bow. Okay,
That's what I'm
okay.
saying, it's 2d8 for the
So 24 plus
16
16. What's your modifier?
plus 5.
So that's 45,
Okay, and then I'm gonna
and then the die roll. Yep.
So 11 plus 6 is 17 plus 7 is 24 plus 2 plus an additional 26.
So 45 plus 26.
That is going to be 71.
Holy shit.
Good God. All right. Go ahead and roll a insight check for me.
15.
With that one shot, you feel like this guy's on his last legs.
Okay.
Yeah. And now I need you to roll initiative.
23. Sorry, 22.
That's about the magistrate is 6. Angus is 12. All right, so it's going to be at this point in time, and you guys, as far as the rest of the party, you guys are already at the gate. So you know it's been that long, and having that conversation, you've already been ushered out the gate. So, and that's
Oh, like right out here?
yeah, outside. Yeah, you're outside on the courtyard with the four guards that you met coming up the stairway.
Okay.
So it's going to be Altair, Angus, and then the magistrate. It's your turn.
Okay. Take another shot. 9 plus 8 is 17.
17 hits. Yep.
Okay. Have him roll another save.
Rolled a 6.
Okay. 5 plus 5 is 10. 13. 15 damage.
Okay, he's dead.
Okay.
Hot damn. Is it time to
Alright.
dash as your bonus action, bro?
Yep. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay, well,
40, 45, 50, 55, 60.
okay.
And as I run out, oh my god, somebody attacked him! Go, go, go!
Yeah, let's go and roll a deception check for me.
Come on. 9.
Yeah, this guy rolled a 19. So these guards don't believe you. One iota. They go immediately on the offensive, seeing that you're running and trying to lie to them. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 in the courtyard. So 9 guards. Your initiative order. Dirty 20. Okay. Anything else?
Nope, that's my action, bonus action, and movement, so.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This individual is going to cast slow on you.
Oh, shit.
So what I'll need you to do, yeah, so give me a second. Come here, just pull this up. Alter time around 40-foot cube. -2. Can't use reactions. Yeah, so I need you to make a wisdom save.
Okay. $14.
16 was the DC. I need you to So your speed is halved, and you have a -2 to your AC, and Dex saves, and you can't use any reactions. And okay, if the creature attempts to cast a spell with the one, it's not taking effect. Okay, so the creature affected by the spell makes another wisdom saving throw at the end of each of its turns. On a successful save, the effect of the slow spell ends. Okay? And so that's his movement. That's his action. It is the top of the rounds, and that is you. The gate is shut.
Okay. I'm gonna take a
And you-
shot at
you-
the wizard.
Okay, go ahead. Yep. Is that with a poisoned arrow?
25, yeah. My last currently poisoned arrow.
Okay.
Uh, 8 plus 17 is 25. Pretty sure that's gonna hit.
That's gonna hit. Yeah. Rolled a dirty 20 on the con save.
Okay. And he just takes 9 damage, and he needs to make
9
a
damage.
check.
That's what I just rolled. It was a dirty 20. I mean, a nat 20.
Oh. Well, he also needs to save against poison.
He has to make 2 Constitution saves.
Yeah, one for the poison and one for his concentration. That's why I didn't
Oh,
do
it's
poison damage.
it's concentration. And I rolled a so it's plus 2. So 19 on the Constitution, the concentration, and a nat 20 on the poison.
Okay.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15.
No.
And then roll
And
save again.
okay, go ahead. That's a wisdom save.
Yeah, that's 12.
The DC 16.
Yeah.
And now it's the guard's turn.
Okay.
Yeah. So this one's I'm just going to do it in order here. And then it'll be Agnes after them. So this one's going to move up to here. And
You guys see me at the gate.
the gate is closed. The gate is. This is a solid gate.
Door, not a gate.
It's-
Okay.
Yeah, it's a large, like metal, like a wooden metal infused door. It's like there's no openings. Like you can't see out into the courtyard. It's
Yeah.
it's locked. So, anyways, this veteran's going to take 2 swipes with you with the long sword. I don't think a 12's going to hit you. An 18 might hit you though.
Yep.
Okay. That is going to be 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Well, I'm sorry, slashing damage. And then this one is also going to 1, 2, 3, 4. Come up here. It's going to do the same thing. Take 2 swipes at you with a longsword. I don't think a 12 is going to hit you. I don't think a 10 is going to hit you. This one is going to go ahead and take a bow shot at you. As it hangs back, this one right here. That is 18 plus 2. That's a dirty 20.
Okay.
For 7 points of piercing damage. and is going to move up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Going to move up to here. This Veterans Guard, which is like captain of the guard, is going to move up, and with his two-handed sword, it's going to take 2 swipes at you.
What are you down to, Joe D?
18.
That is going to be 17 to hit on the first swipe for 14 points.
Oof.
And the second swipe is going to be 18 plus 3. That's a 21 to hit for 7 points.
And that's a wrap.
This guard is going to move up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And, well, actually, he'll just stay back here. He'll just take a bow shot. Yeah. They're going to, at this point, call the Angus over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he's going to, what spell? Let's see what I cast on. Because I still got 3 guards I haven't attacked with.
Oh. So Altair just got murdered. He killed the magistrate, but now he's fucked.
Well,
I mean,
let's just go. Yeah, I mean, I'll roll. I'll roll it. I mean, it could be. I mean, how far are you guys outside the gate? I mean, yeah, you wouldn't even be hearing this inside the courtyard. You know, this is. You hear some. I tell you what. Why don't you, Seamus and Becker, go ahead and just roll a perception check. What's your passive perception?
13.
It's you guys are too far away. You wouldn't be hearing this. It's also happening so very quickly, you know.
Yeah. Plus, we haven't seen Al since we showed up and he started hiding.
Right.
Which, like, we're just kind of hoping he's going to pop out like he normally does somewhere. Like, literally, we did not know how. Like, he might be in the mansion, you know, snooping around or something. We don't know. That's the fucking worst part.
Right. He's going to do some scouting and some snooping and what forth and how come.
I think one of the guards is going to take a bow shot at Altair, and that's going to be a 18 for 3 points.
Because I'm prone.
You are prone. Right? And that's going to be a 15.
Which with the slow hit.
Oh,
yeah.
Fuck.
So that's going to be 3 points of damage.
That's actually what that is 2 death saves gone, is what that is.
And then this guard will come up, do the same, just take a bow shot at you. At disadvantage, which is lucky because I just rolled a nat 20. 9 plus 3, that's going to be 12.
Yeah, that misses.
Okay. And then this last one here, we'll go into the same thing, just take a bow shot. At disadvantage, that's going to be a 15 or it's going to be a 17. So it's going to be a 15 to hit.
That's it. That's a wrap.
And that's 8 points of damage for piercing.
Yep, Al's dead.
Well, Angus might not have been the baddest looking guy on the block, but he's got, you know, that's how he protects the magistrates through his magic skill. You know,
Yeah, that's slow.
he's the other. Yeah, well, that's kind of like one of his main things to, because he knew that if he didn't slow you down, like if he didn't cast that, then you're gonna bip. You know, you were gonna get some. But you also had to also deal with the closed gate that's locked because even though the door is locked to the magistrate's room, because they're expecting someone to be coming in within a couple of minutes. They always lock the gates. You know, that's par for the course. So,
That's where's his next appointment at?
oh, there's a room over here. I just haven't. It's
I was just figuring because
while you were.
they're still outside.
Yeah. So yeah, we got this waiting room over here, and they've got a couple of delegates from Tangerine in there, or Talagene. Yeah. Well, a couple of women of the evening, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Huh. His next appointment wasn't shit.
Well, he definitely was kind of lining up, you know, because it's already late in the evening. It's like 6 o'clock in the evening. So he's kind of having dinner, kind of listening to you guys, you know. And then the magistrate had 75 total hit points.
That's a lot of
75.
hit points.
Yeah. Well,
But,
he was,
yeah.
I mean, he wasn't a slouch, but I mean, he, you know,
Spider.
so yeah.
Well,
I mean,
I guess Al did exactly what he said he was going to do. He was like, I'm going to go kill him.
he did 71 points of damage in one round.
I know.
One round.
With
Poison
one,
arrow, sneak attack, yeah. And he critted.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
so,
that's a...
you almost put the magistrate down, which is supposed to be it's the fight, if it happens, which it did, is supposed to be, well, the magistrate is no slouch as a fighter, but you know, the mage is the one that's really
Tips the scales, yeah.
Yeah, he's the one that, you know, can do like AoE, like area of effect, you know, and also, the fact that you had 9 guards, you know, out in this courtyard milling about because, you know, it's a huge courtyard. That didn't help at all because, I mean, they had too many assets to bear for one person.
Yeah. Well, my next action would have been smoke bomb.
A smoke bomb would have helped in this scenario. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not, and again, I'm not second day quarterbacking here, but instead of taking a pot shot at the mage to try to break the slow condition, do you think that the smoke bomb would have been a better
Yes, I do.
option, and then hope that you saved on the slow, and then hope that, and then by using your hide, you know, because I mean, using your stealth and your, because I mean, let's be candid, man. Every stealth roll that you've ever had is in the 20s plus, 20 to low 30s. So, because you got a really strong stealth bonus, right? I think it's 11, right?
Plus 12, yeah.
Okay, plus 11, 12, you know, whatever it takes, you know. And but that being the case, do you think that would have saved, you know, do you think that would have bought you time to where maybe you could have alerted some, like you could have like
I could have
somehow
been able to get out, yeah.
Yeah, maybe maybe even use like picking the lock to get out, and then or and again, it's neither here or there now, man. I mean, what happened. So I mean, I like how.
It's all good.
Okay, well, I don't like, you know me, man. I don't like when PCs die because I always try to think that I give you an out. Like, you know, like there's like, you know, but just because you step in it doesn't mean that it's always like the fatal the fatal flaw. I think that he didn't save on the slow thing, and you know, and you happen to get caught at the gate that's locked with everyone around you. You know, that's just a bad culmination of like three things. But you know, it kind of reminds me of that. What was the name of your character that was the Viking character?
Wolfgar?
Wolfgar. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of Wolfgar. You kind of kicked ass for that one gleaming moment, and then it kind of went blazing down. But I mean, Wolfgar definitely took 2 dragons down. So I mean, that's kind of like.
Dude, Wolfgar was the most epic character death of all time, and was completely awesome.
Yeah.
I really feel like Al misplayed. I mean, not criticizing again. That yeah, there were other options available, bro.
Well, you know, there's also a couple of things. Like, I never heard you say like uncanny dodge, which would have helped with like some damage control.
Do what now?
You have the ability of uncanny dodge.
Oh, son of a bitch. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Now when you were firing at that at one of the white hands, you know, the guy that was slowing you down so you couldn't catch up to Sarah. He was just he was just there as a distraction. He was like a guardian angel. He didn't want you to, you know, if it wasn't for you that you were so observant and happened to literally stumble across the secret door because you just happened to be leaning on that side of if you had been in that area, you would never have known the door was there. It just happened to right time, right place, right super. But when you were firing at him, he was halving his damage on, because I mean he's a 6 level rogue. I'm sorry, he was an 8 level rogue.
Yeah.
You know, so, but he wasn't there to kill you.
No.
He was just there to trip you up. Because again, he just didn't want you taking his informant. You know? And also, she's a 10-year-old girl, so it kind of looked, you know, take it for what it was. But you know, it's just, she had the information that, you know, she didn't know who he didn't know who you were. She just knew that you were chasing her. And anyways, but uncanny dodge would have helped. I think in a couple of spots, because that's a reaction.
Yeah.
Right.
I can't take reactions because I'm slowed.
This is true. I got that, but
yeah, that's right. Once the dam, there was no uncanny dodge. I didn't even think about that.
But the DC was 16 on the slow. What's your wisdom, anyways? I thought it was pretty decent.
14.
Yeah, that's a decent wisdom.
That ain't bad.
You had a good shot at beating him. But, anyways, so Pecker and Carter and Seamus wait outside the mansion for how long do you want to wait?
Well, we don't want to draw attention to ourselves like we're waiting.
Yeah, you're within line of sight of the 4 guards that are outside the lock gate. So,
And they're not doing anything. Like,
no, actually they can't even. They don't even, like, you don't see them reacting to anything. You know, it's not like, you know.
I guess we'll let's head back to the secret soup kitchen.
Okay.
To see if to wait to see if we hear word for about Algier. I mean, that's what I would think.
Pecker, is that a good idea? Yeah. Yeah. So that turned weird. All right, let me pivot here. So Pecker and Seamus and Carter, they go back. You guys go back to the abandoned house, right? And it's not been that long. You've only been gone for like, my God, maybe an hour, right?
I mean,
And,
we
when
left
you-
them at, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you went straight to the mansion, right?
Well, we went to get the
Oh,
meeting
oh, that-
arranged first.
Oh, that's right. You did go to Booker. You went to Owen's place, right? So it takes about, so maybe 2 hours. I would say 2 hours because you weren't in the meeting for very long, 10 minutes max, right?
Right.
Anyways, we're going to pin it here in just a minute because I think this is probably a good place to pin it.
Yeah.
JD kind of like figures out what he wants to do. And you guys can wait. And so, anyways, you wait long into the evening. You know, the midnight oil kind of burns, and you can see there's a number of. You can help out with the kind of like if you want. I mean, they're basically cleaning this place. They're restocking the shelves with food, the pantry. They're they're kind of making it a decent habitable place. You know, I mean, it's not going to be the Taj Mahal, for obvious reason, but it's going to be, they're not doing anything to the outside. They're not going to call attention to it, but they're trying to make this a habitable place. And also, it's much warmer in here than it is outside. And you can already, by the time you came back, there's even like a family of like a small boy, small girl, and a mother, and they're sitting at a table and eating a meal, probably the first meal they've had in 3 days. And you walk in and they give you this smile, toothless. They don't have all their teeth, but they give you this toothless smile of like gratitude, like the most heartwarming family moment that you've come across since being in Icewind Dale. Like you're reaping the benefit of seeing what your actions have wrought.
The fruits of our labor.
You're seeing a widow and her 2 children eat the first meal they've had in days and actually have a place to sleep tonight. As you wait to see what Altair's, like the news from Altair, you're waiting with bated breath to hear how everything went. Like you're waiting to see what he did. Like you didn't even know what he would like. You just knew that he was around because
Oh, damn, boy.
Yeah.
No, we're wondering where he's even at. Like, we know he was with us when we got there, and we knew he planned on scouting.
Yeah, right. And you think, and that's what you thought. I mean, he was hiding so well, you weren't even sure he was still in the room.
That's what I'm saying. My man was rolling 29s and 31s. We didn't have a chance in hell of spotting him.
Yeah, you were more focused on the conversation with the magistrate and persuading him to kind of like give you some information about like where Kristen was. You were more like hyper focused on the conversation at hand, as opposed to like wondering where Altair was. Okay. So while you're waiting, is there anything that the 2 of you would like to do before we put a pin in it?
I can't think of anything.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
All right. Well, John, does that give you enough time to get to work? And if we pin it now. Bueller, Ferris, anyone? John? I think you might be muted.
I think our next step is going to be going to Lonelywood, what I'm thinking.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you got a number of options. You go Lonelywood, you go Karen, you can go to the mountain. You got a number of options. And actually, you could probably do all that in one trip if you wanted to, because it's generally the same area. And then that would probably give me time to kind of noodle with his next best area. Rocky.
Sorry, guys, my call dropped. I'm back.
Okay, we were just talking about, is there anything that you want to do as far as your character during his downtime while you're waiting for Altier?
I'm sorry, what? While we're waiting for Altier?
Yeah, is there anything that you want to do with your character? Do you want to read a book? Do you want to write poetry? Do you want to do a poem? I mean, what would your character
I'm going to just exercise like I always do.
Okay, so you're gonna break out into like those push-ups and pull-ups and yeah. So John was just saying that the next step is to go to Lonelywood or go to I can't remember.
There we go.
Trying to think of the name of that mountain.
Go to the mountain.
Kelvis Car. Which is a very familiar area for me. That's right near Corbin Valley.
Valley Lodge?
Anyways, JD, do you have any idea what you want to play?
I need a pack of American Spirit Yellows.
I'll have to figure that out.
Okay. Well, if you want to shoot me an idea of what you're going to play, so I can kind of get so I can get an intro worked out for you.
Yeah.
1747.
Good job killing the magistrate.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested in seeing the fallout from that. Like,
Yeah. There's going to be fallout for that. There's no ways. I mean, you just took out the governing body.
Yeah, like I imagine there will be fallout.
Yeah.
We just
Also,
don't.
these guys will be
Perfect guy.
notified that
A quick
happened.
fact.
The guy who had the finger high in town.
I mean, I imagine that's probably how we'll figure out that Altier's dead.
Yeah, well, you know what? I wasn't really expecting this. I mean, like,
Right.
I didn't get far ahead, so I'll figure out this week how that's going to play out. But yeah, there's definitely going to be some ramification. Like, there's going to be a butterfly wing effect happening through Targos for sure.
For sure.
You know, we're talking about, there's going to be a power vacuum, obviously. You mentioned it before, maybe the magistrates, the devil you know versus the devil you don't know. I mean,
I did mention.
yeah, there's a lot of different ways this could play out, and I'll have to put some thought into that. I'll be really candid, out of game, and again, I say this to all the audience and everything like that. Most DMs do not expect a player character death, and they don't expect the main villain to be dead so soon within entering into like.
Yeah, that was like total screwballs. Like
It's
the way that all went down was like, oh shit.
Yeah, and
But that's a perfect example, though, for those of you watching at home. How character actions. Damn, bro, you like totally blocked me in here, you fucking dick. Son
is he
of a
talking?
bitch.
Is he talking to us?
No, man, I'm talking to this fucking asshole Chevy. Get the fuck out of the way, dude. Fucking big ass trucks think they own everything out here in the country. They piss me off.
Rocky DD and Snickers, man.
I got a brisket sandwich I'm about to go home and eat, so
Okay.
maybe not a Snickers, but that fucking brisket sandwich might help.
Okay, brother. All right.
But yeah, like I was saying, I'm sorry for those of y'all watching at home, that's a perfect example of how your decisions while you play this game can like completely fucking flip everything on its head if you haven't really thought it through.
Or even if you thought it through, just a roll of the dice can flip the game.
Oh yeah.
Because if Altair had somehow gotten out of the mansion and told you guys what had happened, that would play out much differently than how it's going to play out much differently than how it will. You know, it's kind of like,
for sure.
because now it's so it's interesting. I've got a lot to think.
Dude, there's a lot of direction you can take this twist, Michael. I know that.
Yeah. Well,
You have unlimited options.
Yeah, I wasn't really expecting you guys to really go after the magistrate, even though he is the kind of the big baddie. He's not, you know. I mean, he's got his finger in the pie of like everybody's business because he's a greedy guy. And he doesn't care for his citizens at all, you know. So to take him out makes sense. I just didn't, you know. So I guess what I'm getting at in a long-winded way is, even from a DM standpoint, someone can go, like the rails could be jumped at any time, at any place, with any character, right?
Man.
Yeah. So
I got a question. It has been a few weeks since we've been awarded any experience. Will we have experience at the end of this session?
Yes, I'll put that in. I'll put that in the chat.
Because I don't think we've got.
We haven't had experience since the fight. I know. So it's the fight. The Arbor House,
the fight, the Arbor House, the soup kitchen,
the soup kitchen,
and then now the magistrate.
The magistrate,
incident.
Yeah,
kind of wild. It took an interesting turn, dude. And when I saw us get ushered out, I was thinking, okay, what's JD gonna do? Is he gonna fucking find out some crazy information because he's hidden in there? Is he gonna wait for everyone to go?
I thought that's what he was gonna do, I did
too.
Yeah, I was like, you know, maybe give us some insight about if you know, they believed you, like how sold on they that you were there with good intent, or you know.
Yeah, I thought maybe he would figure something out. Like we'd know some information, like the magistrate's also working with the cult, or you know, something to kind of guide us along. Nope, my boy said, "Let me go and dip my poison and kill this motherfucker," just like I said I was.
Let's call 71 points of damage.
Nice shot, bro.
71 points, a crit on a poisoned arrow. And a failed concept.
Oof. Yeah, that's a wrap for a lot of characters. That would have killed Seamus dead.
Dude, how many level 5 characters do you think that can do a damage output like that?
Well, with crits and maneuvers, I can get close to that in a round, but it would have to be
in one shot.
Well, if I use a maneuver, like say I use my Frighten, right?
Okay.
That's an extra D8. And if I crit, I'm starting with a base of, let's see, that'd be 16 plus 7. So my base is 23 before the roll. We'll take the average of 2D8, which is 8. And so that's 31. 31 with one crit, you know, that's an average crit. On one attack, and then I can grapple and attack again. So, like I said, with crits and maneuvers, I can get up in that range. But that the key part of that is the crit part.
Yeah, JD Altair did one shot with a poisoned arrow and doing 71 points.
Yeah, that's fucking nuts. So that's what rogues do, bro.
Nope.
That's neat. If you can crit with a sneak, that's why assassins, the subclass assassin, is so nasty. Because if you get a surprise attack like he had, it's an auto crit. It's part of the subclass that automatically crits if you surprise a creature, and then you have advantage on the following attacks on the next group of creatures. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so
Assassins,
if you
yeah,
got
not
you got a high initiative and you get high in the initiative roll, you can really surprise and then be high in the initiative roll. You can take someone out very quickly.
very. Yeah, I mean, well, that's why they're assassins. That's the part of the whole. You know, but no. To answer your original question, there are not a lot of level 5 builds that can drop 71 hit points of damage in one fucking attack.
Yeah.
Very, very few. That shit was crazy. I was like, oh, when you said you can tell he's on his last legs, I'm like, shit, he's not dead.
He had 4 hit points left.
I thought for sure he plunked him, bro, and that was a wrap. I was like, damn.
Bro.
That's nuts, man. What level fighter was that?
He was level 5 fighter.
Magic?
He had a good constitution too.
I mean, he had a great fucking constitution. I got a +4 to mine, and I've only got.
I'm sorry. He had 2 levels in rogue and 5 in fighter.
Oh, so he's a 7th level character. Okay. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell, we didn't even know he had rogue levels.
That's why he had ties with. I mean, he's got ties with the Black Hand. So.
Yeah, buddy. This is about to get. It can be real interesting. Angus, was Angus just a paid bodyguard? You know, does he have a loyalty there? I don't know. Is he part of the Black Hand? Who knows?
Yeah.
Like, I was really hoping JD was going to pull more of an information gathering event, but you know,
I considered it.
Hopefully-
It didn't seem like they were going to talk. So.
Yeah.
What does our party need? What do we need? I don't know. Well, fellas, I just got home with lunch.
Okay. All right. JT,
I will hop.
shoot me a message later on this week when you kind of like noodled what you want to play. Okay.
Okay.
And that way I can kind of logistically work it into. And again, it's level 5. I'm not, level 5 character. See if it makes sense that you have a magic item or not. You can see that this Exodus mod, this campaign doesn't have a lot of magic items.
None of them do. None of the pre-written ones have a lot of magic in them.
Yeah, has a lot of role playing and combat, but I guess you don't find you tend to find more role playing in the towns and combat in the wilderness. I think that's kind of a common theme with these pre-written things. So,
I think that was our original goal. Was
all right, guys. Well, listen, I just got the message to go, so good playing with you guys. I'll catch up to you next Sunday. All right.
All right.
All right. Guys, have a good weekend.
You're muted, Rocky. Ugh.